Waking up, I can smell the shah brewing. So you know I'm heading straight to the kitchen. I know hell, and don't forget the kharfa, the taste on my tongue. It reminds me of the halwa. The best feeling I had ever known. 10 siblings gathered in a single home. Ain't nobody hold it down like Hoyo. You never made it seem like it was difficult. Always had a smile on your face. The trails of your tears, you ain't never left a trace. Those bitter situations you didn't want us to taste. So growing up was sweet like the sun in Somalia. Lately I've been restless, missing ya, but I can't even go back home. Abo getting on me, rocking at my weakness. Walk up in the teeth is what I miss the most. We gotta come together like buddies and moss. Why we gotta fight? Cause really we just one tribe. Now let's just unite like our families at dinner time. Let's cherish all our elders and listen to their stories. Take care of all our youngins and show them that we all one. Somalia, where we come from. Somalia, where we come from. Somalia, where we come from. Somalia, toso discutirse de hatbakina tagdarane tagera weligine. Somalia, toso discutirse de hatbakina tagdarane tagera weligine.
markii kow aan aaday wadankii Somali ilin baagi maade waa iscilin waaye muddo dheer kadib ayaan ku laabtay bashbashi barwaaqa meesha taalla geesiyaasha oo Somali aawe عيالك حافظة لقطاتي هوية بل هاي لوغ مرنبا دل شيشي ومسيبة سومالي بانا هاي إلا نفط اللي وسيبة هوية وآبو أبتي أدير رخان كاني سوبرتين دين تلقو نخمو مالي نيهابين جنة الفردوس يعني دين رجينا يه علن كان إركا أكو عذو بان إسكا عليني عد والبوعد دالو نخذة مركز تو أجوكتي
toso discutirse de hatbakina tagdarane tagera weligine. Somalia, toso discutirse de hatbakina tagdarane tagera weligine. Somalia, toso discutirse de hatbakina tagdarane tagera weligine.
علن كان إركا أكو عذو بان إسكا عليني عد والبوعد دالو نخذة.
Yes, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome. Y'all already know. Chase! It's 1st of July, man. It's 1st of July. Call the lul. As my brothers and sisters say, call the lul up boy. You get me. We are here. Everything blue today. Everything goddamn blue today. Y'all already know. Manta Iwarama Dadwene Yalf. Let me drop the link. I thought I'd drop the link. The link's in the chat, but let me drop the link. Before I drop the link. Broskies. But I want to tell y'all, warm up the little place with 1, 2, themes, and you know how it is, my Manta. I had to come in big with the anthem. I had to. And I thought, modern it up a little bit, big up brother Ilyas. I think that's the brother's name, innit? Yeah, so, yo. If you don't know the tune is Somali Toso Skutir today. Today is nothing but love. You already know. Let me throw the link in again. I don't know why that link didn't go in the chat. But let me just throw it up again for the people then. Yeah, I wanted to watch this. I saw this, a little brief history how Somalia got its independence before, Tutu of the family come through. Got a little video as well, 18 minutes. You know how we doing SS, you know them ones. So give me a little minute or so. Let's kick back and watch this for a little bit, man. I want to know your thoughts on this. If this was accurate, the man made sense. It's a little, you know me. It's a little warm up.
Hello, welcome to BioGrades TV. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. How Somalia got independence. In 1940, when Italian troops invaded British Somaliland and ejected the British, the invading Italians occupied major parts of the British East Africa Protectorate, bordering Jubaland around the towns of Moyale and Buna. Britain later regained control of British Somaliland and conquered Italian Somaliland. In November 1945, during the Potsdam Conference, the United Nations granted Italy trusteeship of Italian Somaliland under close supervision and on the condition that Somalia would gain independence within 10 years, as proposed by the Somali Youth League (SYL) and other Somali political organizations such as Hizbia Digil Mirifu Somali (HDMS) and the Somali National League (SNL). This agreement was not honored, as British Somaliland remained a British protectorate until 1960. In 1958, there was a referendum in Djibouti, which was known as French Somaliland, to decide whether or not to join the Somali Republic or to remain with France. The referendum turned out in favor of a continued association with France, mainly as a result of the combined votes of the Afro-ethnic group and the resident Europeans. However, there were allegations of widespread election rigging, with the French expelling thousands of Somalis before the referendum. The majority of those who voted against were Somalis, who were strongly in favor of joining a united Somalia, as proposed by Mahmoud Harbi, vice president of the Government Council. Sadly, Harbi was eventually killed in a plane crash 2 years later. Djibouti finally gained its independence from France in 1977, and Hassan Guled Abtidan, a Somali who had campaigned for a yes vote in the referendum of 1958, became Djibouti's first president from 1977 to 1991. After much struggle, Somalia eventually gained independence on the 1st of July 1960. It was on the same day that two territories united to form the Somali Republic, but operated within the boundaries of Italy and Britain. Abdullahi Isa Muhammad, Muhammad Haji Ibrahim Egal, and other members of the trusteeship and protectorate government formed a government, alongside the Speaker of the Somali Union Act, Haji Bashir Ismail Yusuf, who emerged as President of the Somali National Assembly, and Aden Abdullah Osman Dar, President of Somali Republic. Abdurrashid Ali Shamake served as Prime Minister and later became President from 1967 to 1969. On the 20th of July 1961, after a popular referendum, the Somalians authorized a new constitution that was first drafted in 1960. In 1967, Shamaki then appointed Muhammad Haji Ibrahim Egal as Prime Minister. Egal would later become the President of the autonomous Somaliland region in northwestern Somalia. On the 15th of October 1969, while paying a visit to the northern town of Las Anod, Somalia's President Abdirashid Ali Shamaki was shot dead by a policeman. His assassination was quickly followed by a military coup d'etat on the 21st of October 1969, the day after his funeral. 4 years later, Somalia and Ethiopia waged a war over the Ogaden region. General Mohammed Siad Barre was the head of government at the time and held power for more than 2 decades. As he tried to invade the Ogaden region, he also attempted to regain other territories like portions of Djibouti, Kenya, and Ethiopia that the Somalis had lost over the years. 2 years after the war, he passed a new constitution into law and ruled as a dictator under a single party system. What have we missed out of this history? Let's know in the comment section. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no,
Yeah, man. Let me know if there's any misinformation in there, anything, brothers and sisters. Let me put out the link now. I thought I put out the link in the chat, but let me put it out now. Before we get into the next video. He said something interesting there, you know, the white young Somali League, that was the guys that formed the party. I got a video about these guys I wanted you guys to watch as well. And so it was really interesting that. That's the bit that I personally picked up on. I wanted to find out more. Where is it? There you go, guys. Let me just pin it up for you. There, the link's in the chat, so anyone that wants to jump in. Yeah. So like I said, يا تدوين يا وانا جوا يجي هتنا فهمي تون هتنا نبرمنا برندنا كسر دوّا Somali speakers monto أقود اللول ما أنا الفرح سني هاي مطيردان. Everywhere I see on all of this, everyone's on the merry ones. Everyone's just happy right now. You get me? I thought I might as well just play this. I might as well get into some. There is it. Where is it? I was looking for something. Yo, large up, yes, big up, brother Mazzo's in the builds. Cosmic, large up. You know, I love this new term, large up. Get me from Cosmic Trill, big up, family. I see you with the hearts all day long. Big up, everyone. Let me just find this. Where do I want it to go into this. There is it. Yeah, man. Yes, big up, my brother Adil, alaikum assalam, TK, Achahed, Tic Tac, my brother, come on, always, big up the broski in the builds, my family. Let's get into it.
مانتا ومالين ويني مانتا مدحين بناني مانتا manta wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta 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 wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta 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 wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta 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 wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta 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 wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta 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 wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta 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 mandi khashini manta 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 عليك مالي manta 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 wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta 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 wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta 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 wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta 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 wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta 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 wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta 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 wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta 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 wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta 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 wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta 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 wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta 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 wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta 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 wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta 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 wa malin weyne manta 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 madaxay banane manta
More than
What did G Marley say? That's enough. There can never be enough, Manta. Our behave yourself, Allah. Our going all in. Tonight's the night I might even get my Somaliland pass revoked. So I'm risking it for a biscuit. I'm risking it for a biscuit, darling. What you get, egg? Look at this. Our day that Ninkani never ever again. It's because yeah, guys. So we're celebrating. What do you mean not enough? Because of that, I'm only joking. Listen, we're gonna watch the I wanna get into a video about the Asaski SYL. I wanna get into that. I got that, you get me? Yeah, Chama said it's a black day for I'm a lander myself, Chama, man. You know me, bro. But you know how it is, man. Sometimes you get me, you gotta celebrate, you know. Wherever there's a celebration, your boy Khalid's involved. You know how it is, man. You know how it is. So Monta, it's cold of June. I hear you. But I don't want to hear none of that from, especially from my landers as well today, man. I think today's a day of celebration. Or done. You get me? Like I kind of celebrate, like you know the May 18th, bare brothers and sisters rolled through and said, you know what, big up, because it's 24th. It's still, you gotta look at it, man. At the same time, whether it's south, east, north, wherever you wanna be, you know. And some of our brothers and sisters till this day, occupation, but look so we gotta, you know them ones, brother. So I don't wanna hear that from the landers, you know them ones. Today again, another one. Again, are we really gonna do this? Sometimes you gotta be happy. It's today's a black day. I don't know. I say today's a blue day. You get me? I say Chama and my brother Burra, it's a blue day. You get me? It's a blue day. It's a celebration day. You know, for some, and then we gotta celebrate. You know, you gotta be happy. Sometimes that's what farha. You get me? You know, whatever. But let's go farha sometimes. You know, I don't know. You know. Because at the end of the day, I see it as, you know, Somali, you know, they kicked out that Adana. He cut them, baby. I don't know, man. We'll get into it. So I've got a nice little video that, you know, but you know us on SSP, because sometimes some people love us, some people, you know, sometimes we rub people up the wrong way. Yes, it's a blue day. It's a very blue day. Yeah, it's a day to celebrate. Yeah, my brother. Hello, big man. Hello, Ugas. Hello. Yeah, man, it's a very blue day, so yeah, you get me. The sisters are very right, you get me. So today, yeah, man, we'll be celebrating now, yeah. Celebration.
Oi, what's up?
Hey, now, Doro. Huh?
Oh, you fuckers, man. I knew it from a long time ago, you fuckers.
You say deep down. You say,
No,
yeah.
I knew it from a long time, you fuckers, man.
Almaniga.
Oh, ha. The badili fi عادي time, man. I knew it from a long time, you fuckers, man. Wallahi, I had a feeling.
You sensed that out. You sensed that out. Say wallahi, masala.
You are big time fuckers, man.
I can't win. You get me? No, but listen to this.
What you mean you are fuckers, man? Why would you say that?
Why would you say that? I'm gonna give you the space. One year I'm no furthermore.
Egg. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm sitting at Dika Khaldo. Waxa yimid Somaliland doorashooyinkii baa laga qabtay. Saad caawa u faraxsantahay oo maad faraxsanayn. Waxa laga dhibi wal dhegeysadee. Waxa la furay maayaradii baa la doortay. You didn't say anything about it. waxa la furay ma garanaysa DB wall ma garanaysa berbera baa isbedel weyn oo baa ka dhacay ma garanaysa yeah adigu you was talking about Dahir Aliso yo ma garanaysa long fucking thing but ka shaqeynaysa ma garanaysa yeah hadda leedahay yeah I'm doing my own thing and ma garanaysa fucking stop badan oo subscribe yo waxaan u doonaya ayada ma garanaysa I'm doing this for ma garanaysa on the side I don't mind okay this is a nigga black day. I'm a lander. Black day.
It's a black day.
Yes, of course. One nigga no.
Go ahead. You're entitled to say what you're saying.
26 June by you didn't even say nothing about it. Hadana waxa u faraxsantay si ma garanaysa. You fuckish man. I knew it's in a fuckish tahay, but it's okay.
Okay, man. Okay. Man, shurabi kariya. Can I say something? Can I say something? Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
one
Okay, go ahead.
There's a
Go ahead. Go
plenty.
ahead.
There's a plenty land in Hamar iyo Muqdisho.
Hey.
Yeah.
Have more tasi.
Iniyay you know waxa dhistay waxay yiraahdeen anagu Soomaali weyn baan aaminsanay laakiin adigu maaragtay waxa weeye hay'adda jecel beedka jecel yeah you what gonna say maaragtay I'm not gonna say inaan idhaahdo
You say two-faced.
not two-faced
You can't say two-faced, man. Express yourself. Come on, Hassan, man. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out, please. See that? Well, I see that. Say it. Say it. Say it with your chest. Come on.
No, are you putting?
I don't know. I don't know. You might as well just say it, then, man. Come on, man. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I'm just trying to.
No, تعبير خالدو هكلا today is you know وما هورين قف يعني
ولو دبي مايو
ما قرن
إلوبي أو EBA is that what you're trying to say?
No, you adu waxa ku heshay adu I'm telling anu runtan ku sheegaya I don't like bahani back in our because subscribes bad ama like ama share ama afar faqasho ku soo galay bad qadiyadaadi dhameedu iibinaysa I don't mind like waxaan leeyahay
Is that what you think? Is that what you really think?
Yes
You're entitled to think that.
Wax weyn iibi if you want to sell it for big things. Yeah.
What big things that?
Yeah, big thing. All of Manta. This is
No, but listen to this. This is what I'm saying. I'm not the main system because I don't bother listening. Come on. Come on. You just want to talk him. Can I have my say? Let me talk listen. Okay. If you look at my whole guitar, Malin done, but I did a whole decadilla free. Do you get where I'm coming from? Door on the channel itself. Do you get where I'm coming from? That's number one. Number two, this is Somali speakers, my brother. Every year I do May 18th, I do the 26th June. In my Garbana Djibouti by Andrew Mohammed by Gahan, I do the 27th of June, Baba Nagay Lopte. Do you get where I'm coming from? I said my bad wala Ralin Logo, want to hold on Kuchri. You get where I'm coming from? Today is 1st of June. This is Somali speakers. People hate it or love it. We're still in the talk. So each to their own wala. You're entitled to your own opinion. I'm entitled to my wala. You get me? But I'm not gonna lose no sleep in my car. But now it's like, you know what? Well, I don't really give a shit, man. I don't want to look, this is Somali speakers. This is how it's gonna run. And if people are upset, this is up to you. I know I can't make everyone in this doing happy, but this is Somali speakers. We're gonna celebrate every single day of Somalia, whether it's May 18th, whether it's 26th June, whether it's 1st of July. Furthermore, do you know what? 24th of June, that Budlan Bansamani. I don't got Alimuna Budlan or Arkitonta. You get me? Everyone has a say, everyone gets their celebrations, everyone gets their, you know, this is Somali speakers. Like you, Korondono, you're doing this for that. But at the end of the day, والله مال الصومالي يسكو إيمان الصو أي معلومة أقرنز على فرح سنة اللي celebrate كذاني ولا celebrate كذاني ما برا عدي حنقدنا ولا شارك تور dislike وكل فو أباب خنا قسي بح نلسي تشوك نلا مرحبا نلسي قيب قالب أنا جاي كشتا ولا أنا جاي كشتا يجي والله ده نازل ها
والله هذا ونوت وخبر فرحة فرحة وانا عدي لها مقناص السلبريت سواء وحاول يجي تحتها ماين انا ار ماين لكن ما لكن هذا بريد وحياه في حمرك
Oh my god. What is this qadida in your head? This is a celebration, man. Maybe we're seeing things too different. I know maybe for you, I know like I just see it as, you know what, that month of doing to celebrate this is Somali speakers. 1st of June, we're gonna celebrate everything that's Somali and everything that's blue today. I don't really care.
I know BFA bankulaya I know ka hadli maayo what you do is you adiga ku jirtaa laakiin waxaan ka hadlayaa
come on and answer look at this and answer look at this and answer I just come back from an Independence Day celebration dad badan oo reer Somaliland baa joogay What the, you know?
She trying shit, man. She trying wish. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hanan karaye. I don't mind inay dhahdo dee hambali laakiin adigoo kale dee intaan soo qaato dee like masaariicda Soomaaliya sida yeah ruuxi maayo dee yeah.
Then what do you mean? I think each one to their own, fam. If that's what you think.
Oy,
I think it could just tell I know. Each to their own, then. Well, I do فكرات أصلا ده حسن. It's okay. You know, dad ba fikradan le, dad ba sidon fikri doona. Anu sidon fikri mayo. I don't see it like this. Well, I'm a proud lander. Everyone knows. Everyone here knows I'm proud. I love Hargeisa. I love, but I'm not gonna every day talk about Sanka kigli mayo. You know?
Oy, listen, lander kuwa mahay. Hada Khalid Kiraye maalidii wata anti Somaliland bad to you know to get some bad ku soo casimaysa.
عاد لك ساعة اللي حاسس سويها كأف ولا
قف والله أنت Somali لانا أما Somali لانا عبا channel كاية تسوي عسمسة ما فهم
ودي يعني أنت everyone's got a ray everyone's got a فكر ولا everyone on this channel's got a فكر ما أريد يسوي فكر من اللي هيد أريد يسوي فكر من اللي هيد ريس ومن اللي هيد this is the thing ولا I keep explaining this to you but it keeps أريد مسكحة هذا it keeps going over your head so مرخلة وكل عندنا this is Somali speakers ولا مش محاولة تزين كريه ضدك أريمان Somali برشادة تنعول from Djibouti إلى كونفورت أريمان نقول عليه
I've seen you the other day with what's his name Allah is my legend is my legend Abdul Hafid is my legend
Abdul Hafid I like him I like that guy innit you still upset why are you so upset إمكان قلت قاعدة you're upset then in ban yeah you're a good journalist I like you I love the way you do your interviews I love these channels
markaad kaa eegeen sidoo kale kaasoo kale markaad ka dhigaysaa big thing for you I see you markaa waxaad tahay Khalid
what do you mean man I'm just happy today is dad baa celebrate dad baa you know again I'm not gonna lie to you I celebrate last year I did the same thing May 18th 26th June and 1st of July this year I do the same thing May 18th month of May 26th of June محمود صاحبي كان إنه كان يدري جيبوتي كسامرون كمان عنده يجي حناقة يوم حد 27 I'm sorry I apologize about that I'm gonna do that I did miss that one ilobe 2 years in a row 27th of June والله up to we were streaming up to listen شيطان can we have a dialogue Hassan please أطيلين it's not a competition now that I don't shake it so no I don't know let's get this off your chest you know the ones
What you mean? Listen, I'm not taking out anything from my chest, mate. Why you talking like a lady?
I'm not. والله سلام ماهل. أنا واحد تقول أنت قلاد لو سيرة دقن. تعال. What do you mean? واحد تقول أنت سيف عن قلاد.
هذا كل الكشنات Somali بعد دكتة. كينيا Somali بعد دكتة.
أنا هرجيسان دقنا مان. هرجيسان كوداشان دقنا.
هرجيسان. Hargeysa, man like you, wallahi, if you take a screen picture and can't hada, wallahi, you will never gonna land in Somaliland. Wallahi,
what you get? What do you mean screen picture? I'm putting on the channel. What you get? What you got so extreme for? You can say your channel can egg 34 minutes. Ninka makarnasa.
Cheerier batahai.
I'm cheering man. I'm just a guy that's just you know I don't know man. Well, Hassan, I could play a video. Yeah, I could play a video for everyone on COE a channel. لابد dad Somalian squared ne. Okay, maalinta wax dhibaato weyn oo Soomaalidu ku dhacday. Soomaali oo dhan squared ne. You don't complain about that. Imakan waa oyesa. Like let them have their day. Let them celebrate. Maxaa adigu ka galay imaka all this la ba what is it needed for? Why are you trying to prove a point imaka?
Listen.
What is your point in my
أنا واحد جديد يا Somaliland.
Somaliland.
كبح Somaliland إنما هذا Somali بنا هنا فلان خالدو لكن هيدا شعلي بيرك شعلي ما تياه برا ياه. Anyway, you long thing خالدو.
I'm gonna be in Hargeisa in 2 years, man. You don't even need to take a screenshot. واحد ترى عشلة دنتاو منك هذا كرنا وخالد بالقرن خالد I come through man.
والله you know وين come true القضية ده market there's nothing come true man وحلو قولي يا ماشي كذا نروح أيوه
أنا عندنا حل ما يقول سمينا سو أنا قرواب باني هلا أنا what the fuck's wrong with you والله
قرواب
أنا قرواب مي نلا قرنا يا كمون you don't like خالد يكون أنا كنت كمون man لا شيطان
خالد فقش بوي أنواع فقش بات هيدا
فقش
بات هيدا فقش مي
Fuckers don't exist no more. Boogeyman. Maskaxda dadka ku jirta.
waxa weeye qofka faqashta nacabe eeg haddii qofku 40 la noolaado qof هذا سيدو كلا نقطة you cannot say to me yeah قفان ولا أبو قب أنا تي كابتن قب أقوم now you can't take it
أنا إمي خلص السعودة ولا لو يتوكل بعد يا هيك علي كريا أنا يا هيك علي يا محير يا يري وحعر what the hell محاسبي what because I wanted to celebrate what I have a YouTube channel called Somali Speakers I celebrate all Somali Independence Days oh my god see I'm telling you I can't even win man
you're not even fish mate you're not even fish
I hope everyone can see this I don't even want to be a fish Nimbo I don't want to be a fish I'm a grown ass man who wants the fuck wants to be a fish bro like you get where I'm coming from
أروح عليها إيه بفاء فقشتها هوصل
be fair what do you mean I try to be the fairest I can ولا ask anyone I get both sides دين عادان Somaliland celebrate yo as a Somalilander san كان نجي قلني دين عن كل عادان سمية yo فقش أنا والله from now on يا Somali قلبي ما لازم سكت جبتي ما سكش يعني from now on fuck Alia how about that
because Melbourne ما
I don't know والله what do you mean I live in Hargeisa ما عندنا ما يجي حق طول I'll tell you the truth والله
ولا قاحدة if you come قضيتك كهرت ماديد ولا قاحدة أبوه no ولا قاحدة
يا يقحي طب عدي يقحي تاجي شيء هو عدي يقحي تصفي عنو إلى اليوم فما أنت ولا لو وقود اللول ما أنت وقود اللول
I don't see a difference أدي كحمر شوه you stay
that's good for you then I think that's the new way I think that's the new way forward ولا maybe Alhamdulillah maybe Alhamdulillah but manta malinte yeah
you don't even know
the عيدو باسكله ما تعيدو بيقول حس ما is a very blue day and anti battery
I had a feeling إنك فقشتها لكن هو
I got a feeling hey no listen والله عيد you know what it is حسن عيد وبو to their own والله each year والله انت نولا هي انت Somali speakers هم I'm gonna do this every celebration mother Somali celebrate and come through celebrate have a happy you know how it is man
anyway good luck for you
I love you
فقشتها yeah I'm not gonna say all the Somalilanders subscribe I'm not gonna say that like they will do that
who's that on doing now don't worry we're gonna catch them back in it man come on
أنا واللاندز مي واحد أنا ما دقيس إنه ما فهمتي
who's that don't you have love for عدنا ما ما أنا كتش علينا واحد celebrate كده يا
أدو one of them أدو مياتها أدو you are landing
what عدي what do you mean عدي فرحة زو عدي فرحة فرحة زي ما كان هذا ما قلت شو ده حشو قود لول أنا والله فرحة يا أبو يا where the party at where the party at where the party at where the party at you know the ones yeah you know the ones Hassan نظرة you get me that's how it is man come on man سمعت اسك فرح وقود الجول شدان كسكنا خوف شح صعب أنت علم بلو ساق هذا yeah Hassan cat got your tongue yeah Hassan ديقة لقو كعية hello hello can you guys hear me can anyone still hear me hello
you okay
how you doing brother
hello what's good
what are you telling me
I jumped in at the wrong time. What was my brother saying? What did you say? All I heard was fuck or something. What did he say?
Who him? Well, apparently, yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Someone said Khalid bro. I didn't even do nothing for
You're gone?
Yeah, nah, the brothers basically shouldn't be rare. I don't know, man. So. I think I don't know. Well, I tell you the truth.
Should it be what?
You're fuckers. Very rare. This, that. I get this all the time, man. This is nothing new to me, bro. It's not new to me. If I celebrate one side, people get pissed off. If I do the other side, people get pissed off. It's saying something new. You know them ones. Everything, your loyalties, all good. But you know, it's 1st of June, man, to
Then
our
why are
man,
you celebrating? You're celebrating so much. Look,
yeah.
all you're celebrating is Somalis expelling colonial powers. You're
That's
not
what I'm
taking
saying.
away from where you represent Somaliland or whatever. Don't take away from that.
Well,
So all I
apparently
want to know
to
is my brother Bro, what is he on?
we have to ask Bro, what is he saying? Yeah, man, come on, man.
There you go. Up to look,
Come
wallahi,
on.
look, this is what people don't want you to understand.
We're
The
celebrating,
Somali
bro. It's a
Independence
party,
Day
bro.
is colonial powers that expel again. What's there not to celebrate? You understand?
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Some
for
people
all
need to see it
Somalis
like
to
that, fam.
celebrate. Not
That's what
even
I'm saying. Come on. What did he say? This platform's for everyone. Needs a discussion. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, that's what it is. Some people just don't understand that, innit? Like, it doesn't
that's the
matter where
truth.
you're from. Like I said, last year I did the
That's the
same
truth.
thing. I got the same heat last year as well. I started from May 18th, 26th June. Kodalul. Again, last year, because of the event of Ilana Harissa Shugri Abdi, we couldn't do Djibouti. We couldn't do Djibouti this week again. And then, boom, what about, like, you know, obviously some people feel like but then again, this is SS, this is Somali speaker, so Hassan is entitled to his opinion, and I can't mock that about him.
Fully.
So this
But I
is an
want to know his
oxymoron, you
opinion.
know.
That's why I come on right now.
I don't know, you
I
know what
want
I'm
to know
saying.
his
So,
opinion. Like when I come on, what I must say.
yeah. But it is what it is, man. You get me?
Like, hey, this is what I wanted to know. Like, is celebrating the Code of Lul is it equivalent to celebrating Siad Barre regime to some people in the north? I don't get it. Because that's what it seems like now. It's two different things. Code of Lul is for Italians, you get it?
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Do you think 26th of June was because of the British left? It ain't nothing sort of personal.
Of course,
That's how I see it anyway, man. I just see, but as me as a channel host here, this is a dilemma that you have to go through, innit? Sometimes you get me. It's like it's a double-edged sword. You can't. It's a bit of an oxymoron.
Me myself as
Some people get pissed off, some people don't. You know them ones.
You're
This
right.
person
You're
called
right.
this guy
Me
sellout
myself,
as
I
well.
can speak for
So
myself.
yeah, go on, my bro.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
So you know, it's part of the territory, innit? Part of but it's been like
But
this for
what
the
I
whole
don't
year, man.
understand is
People.
that the fact that we are celebrating the expulsion of foreign entities in our land. We're not talking about in-house beef. We're talking about us kicking our people. That are not.
Yes, and this is a fellow lander that's saying this, bro. Like, I don't know, fellow landers are saying this as well. And like, for me, you can't be pissed off. Look, a celebration is a celebration, no matter what type of Somali celebration it is. We cannot, the ones. So you gotta let people celebrate in it. I think this is part of the healing process.
Facts.
You get where I'm coming from. Like I always said, fuck fixing the nation. I always say, let's heal the nation. This is part of the healing nation. Look, you gotta look at it as, 26th of June was the day that, certain man got kicked out of the Wadden car. The British.
Facts.
1st of June for me, I'm anti-colonialism person myself, man. I wanna, them ones. That's what I am. So if you really look at it, it's a celebration for really. That's how I look at it. May 18th is personal. I see May 18th is another thing for me in it, yeah.
Well,
But
even May 18th, even me coming as a guy from the Kofur, May 18th itself should be celebrated as a Somali people. But it's not a negative thing. May 18th is not a negative thing whatsoever, you get it? Hello? Hello?
Yo,
yo, can you guys hear me?
I hear you, man.
Yeah, sorry, I kind of froze.
Hey, how many days you man celebrate? You got 18 May, 26 June, 29 June, 1st of February, 1st of July, and 1 in October.
Can I ask you something? Fajita, as a non-Somali, yeah. Obviously, you in the chat, you're listening to that. What do you think about that?
I think it's a bit too much, bro. Because in Pakistan, they celebrate one day in it, 14 August. Separating from. Do England have Independence Day?
I think now they get Sir George's Day, innit? Who are they independent from? Yes, yeah,
They don't,
like, that's
they don't
what
have
you
no
go.
Independence Day.
Yeah, come on, man. They are the guys that ruled everyone, innit? Everyone's celebrating the day they left.
Exactly.
Everyone's celebrating the day they left. That's what I'm saying. No, but G is on a point, man. With me, I don't really see it as that. I see it as just days. May 18th was the day that Somaliland liberated itself. That's how I see it. I see 26th June and 1st of June days that where man got rid of certain man. Man told him, yo, ma salama, adios, bye-bye, arrivederci, you know?
That's exactly what it is. That's not
Whatever happened after was there's a demise. It was a shit show. This, that. But that's how I see it. Again, I'm subjective. This is how I know. And I don't know how anyone else is doing this, talking to people, getting to know people.
That's exactly how it is. Look,
but the funniest thing, what I found funny is, yeah, when you said you didn't speak about this, you didn't speak about that. Well, if you go on my wall, I posted the whole, what's it called? The this, that. I spent hours on end. But I'm a type of SR person. I don't you know them ones, my bro. I've never been that, but you know, this channel is a channel where everyone has a voice and we celebrate. You get where I'm coming from? Yeah, big up.
I'm back again. Hey, what were you saying, Muhammad?
Yeah, the end of don't into cool resto. He said, why you getting on the Khalid? That's what he wants to know.
Control your feelings. Control your feelings. You have to be in the middle.
Okay, well,
but being in the middle, listen, can I say something? Can I say something? Being in the middle, no, 1 second. No, 1 second. Being in the middle, sorry. Being in the middle, 1 second, Hassan, is celebrating all 3 days. And I did that last year when I first did it. This year,
control your feelings.
What do you mean control your feelings? How can you control?
Don't be,
Let me take
over. What do you mean control your feelings? I want to know when you say control your feelings, what does that mean? I just want to...
You know what? Go back 10, 15 minutes. Go back 5 minutes before the What were you saying?
I was saying it's a celebration of Mother Somali. What the fuck? Do you get where I'm coming from?
Me, I don't mind. Hadi Djibouti, Malinteda,
Okay, let me say something. Let me ask another question. Walal.
Yeah.
Walal, can I ask you a question, really?
Yeah.
What exactly, are you going there in? What exactly are you against what Khalid was saying?
What I'm got, waxaan ka hadlayaa. Anigu, waxaan ka hadlayaa, Somali, we all Somalis. We all Somalis. Soma.
Alhamdulillah.
Somali baynu nahay, isku diin baynu nahay, isku af baynu nahay, isku dhaqan baynu nahay. Alhamdulillah. Laakiin Ilaahay wuxuu shanta Soomaaliyeed baanu nahay. Soo maaha?
Sax.
If is in hadii Djibouti wax weyn ay ka dhacayso. You have to know research credit oo maalinta Djibouti ay ka dhacayso wax waa inaad maalinteeda u soo bandhigtaa.
Okay, can I say something? Okay, no. I got no. I want to say something. Yeah, no. You just said something. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Now I'm gonna say something. I'm not gonna cut you off. I said 27th of June last year. If you check the date, that's the day Shugri had this demonstration on Tigni last year. This year I didn't celebrate it. Gantan Tagia. You get where I'm coming from. But last year, like we were all in the other place. So I don't know what you lot are talking about. And second thing, yeah, but
that's it.
Yeah,
that's
go on.
That's exactly what I was about to get at. Wallah, look, wait. Wallah, look. This is exactly what I was about to get at. What's it? Wallah, look. He goes all three days we're celebrating here. And there's no.
For the channel, oh my god.
Khalid, I was away from waxaan socday a year back man socda. Khalid, I've seen all the titles. I don't like in qofka iska
Yeah, bro, go check it. Okay, let's go through now. Last year I did the May 18th. I did 1st of June. This year I did May 18th. I did 22nd of June, and I'm doing Cold of June. I don't get it. What else am I supposed to do? This is Somali. This one frustrates me all the time. 1 minute I'm not Isaac enough. 1 minute I'm not Somali enough. What the fuck? Fuck all y'all, man.
Okay, let me ask you another question. Let me ask you another question. Okay, look. I got another question for you.
I did not see anything talk about 26 June. I didn't see anything. بربرة كان وقت مرة بس أدي حمار. ما يهدي الدورين حمار. وكان داير على سيو كان سام بولي.
Alright, watch this. I'll show you on the channel. Like, proofs in the pudding. I'll show you. Well, I'll go through the channel. I'll show you the list. May 18th this year, 26th of June, and Cold Allude. And I'm gonna show you last year's ones. I was even looking back today, last year's stream. I was like, oh my god, this has been a year, you know the one. But again, Hassan, I don't know where you've been. I don't know.
Hey, if he wants to party, let him party, innit? Why
It's not even party. It's not even me. It's for everyone, bro. I thought, give everyone their special day.
Listen, I understand where K's
this guy's a
coming
party
from.
pooper.
K, if I'm wrong, correct me. This is where K is coming from. K is celebrating times in Somali history where we expelled foreign entities. Nothing to do with what happened in-house. He's celebrating times that we kicked out people that invaded Somalia or colonized Somalia.
Thank you.
So Allah Khaldana is صح in it.
That's what it is. Yes, hard talk. Yes, Ridley.
What is one to talk about, man?
I don't know. He's back again. Yo, go ahead, bro, man. You there? Big up hard talk. Big up Ridley.
So we got a good panel now. We got a good panel.
Yeah, fam. I don't know, bro. I don't know what got on his nerves. I said in the car. I mean, our brother Hassan.
After is the fact that you're celebrating anything to do with the white star and the blue flag, bro. That's all it is.
This guy, no.
After
This
that,
guy, nothing.
let's not pussyfoot around the situation, innit? You know what this
Anyway,
is
I came
called?
on to say happy Somali Independence Day, man.
This is called pettifogging. What people?
Now, my brother Hard Talk's another. Now, listen, G, yeah. My brother Hard Talk's another lander, innit? He just come and say, "I'll come to say hello, happy, it's happy celebration day."
Big up Somali Independence Day, man.
Come on, big it up, bro. Whoever hates that, big it up, man. Kola Lulu, but you know what I'm on.
We're living in the Western world, you know, fam. That's how we know.
Sometimes all that, like, I don't know, fam.
But us celebrating the expulsion of foreign entities, actually, we're not wrong, bro. Let's be real. The English celebrate when they got rid of the Romans.
We're not talking about the government.
Islamku waa qaali waxaan ka hadlayo waa inaad fahamtaan.
Oh, Nick, he's just saying big up Somali Independence Day, innit? It's not that deep. I know
That's
you're
it.
going on like there's some siyasat happening.
Oh, listen, anu ka hadli maayo. I'm not talking. Anu ka hadli maayo. Anu waxaan ka hadlay Khalid is sell out. He's a fuckish. Why
You
you
are
leeyahay?
sell out, bro. That's fucking sell bro.
Dhegeyso 31 koob iyo soddon bisha doorasho. No problem.
You're a fascist. You don't want the guy to celebrate. Because
say what? Finish dhamayso.
look, the guy told you, I don't know what you want. The guy told you, I'm celebrating this day. Marka gaalada laga kaxeen. What else is there to say, bro?
So I don't mind.
It's case closed.
Ana waxaan leeyahay Somaliland baad ka soo jeedaa, Somalilander baad tahay. Waxaa ka dhacay 31 bishii May 30 koob iyo soddonkeedii waxaa ka dhacay doorashooyin. Soo maaha? Everyone knows. Waliba isisaara aan weligeed ka dhicin meesha ka dhacay.
This has nothing to do with Somalia.
I spent 3 hours. Wallahi, I spent 2.5 hours on a platform talking about that.
I haven't seen oo sidaan hadda u ciyaaraysa u ciyaaray. Taas waa qodob. waxa weeye doorasho ahayd, isisaar bay ahayd, abid ma dhicin, shimbir yani alxamdulilah nabad bay ku dhamaatay. Taas waa taa 26 June baa timi. Waa 26 June waa maalintii calan Soomaaliyeed meel kasta ha joogaane la saaray. I haven't seen dancing like inaan Stay low. وحنا big fan.
I've got chaos snap. I've got chaos snap. I've got chaos snap. I've got chaos snap.
Okay وين.
Wallah, I've got chaos snap.
Are you going in, mate?
ما فهمت waxaan ka hadlayo. ما فهمت waxaan ka hadlayo.
I'm fahming. Like you claim who shega. Nick, you've got a wide audience, so he's just bigging up the community. You understand?
You don't mind.
You don't see where he's coming from, innit? You don't see where he's coming from.
How to what's it? Wallah, listen, Magala. You see K, I know him for 30 years. We grew up in the same area. I didn't have
No, Khalid,
no, I said that in ساعة ونص وايبو.
You don't have to
This guy has been a staunch supporter of Somaliland. You understand? Wallah, I can't if it comes to Akhir, I'll be a Markhati.
What? That he's what? Somaliland patriot?
Yeah, 100%. But
I am as well, Paz.
Yeah, because to say, look, right now, he's not, by what he said, he's not taken away from Somaliland. He's celebrating a day. He said it after. I don't know how else you want it. You want him to draw
No, I know. I
just
listen.
My man said, I'm celebrating a day that are Somali. Because like you said, like he believes Somali, we're just two different dollars. He goes, I'm celebrating that Somali people like me kicked out of foreign entities. Okay. There's no colors in that, bro. Up to what would you call it? What you doing? Bro, you are a fascist, bro. Nigga said that. He showed you his stance, bro. Let's move on from this, please. Let's start something else. But this is getting very long. It's going into a circle, bro.
This is.
If I'm wrong, correct me, please.
Well, you said it fully, man. Today, like I said, yeah, like I said, 26th June and 1st of July for me, and 27th. I apologize to the Djibouti guy again. I am very sorry to all the Djiboutis. It's a day Ummah Somali Horobin, then they celebrate.
I'll pick them up.
Well, this channel is Somali speakers. We're gonna celebrate like we did last year, like we did this year. Channel we're gonna celebrate anything positive or Somali Day. Bro. Whether if someone's upset, they're upset. And the things that he's talking about, I spent 2 hours. I spent 2 hours and a half talking about Doro Shoyinkan and all of this. Yeah. What can it's on the channel? Wallah, it's on the channel. It's right there. It's all cut. It's right there. Furthermore. Welcome. choke. Swashi Katrap. Huh? I don't think one in Rebra.
Yes,
How talk? Labudin is correct, Brati.
Still,
I don't hear SNM here quote for you.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah.
And he still said hello, celebrate to my Somali brothers and sisters. How comes I sing them?
I would love to go. Big up the Somali community. You know what I'm saying? We're a minority in this country, cuz.
What did he? Really? I would love to go to Mogadishu, big up the Somali community. We're a minority in this country. I love the way you're talking, Harto.
No, 100%. That is the energy we need to have, though.
Harto.
Yeah.
Yeah. But listen, K. Look at
what I am, you
gave us much evidence
as you conversation, can.
Okay.
Today,
you gave us much evidence as you can. Khalas. Let's leave it in it. Your peers have said that you're right. Look at clear, Tiger. Let's move on to something else. Today we explore the Italian.
first vision black day
That's for you, not for no one else. That's for no one else in this panel. Walal. Up to talk to yourself about.
أما نوحنا نلا لرايو سومالان دري.
هو أنا لا نرى برو سومالان كدم بيوبو هاتو كتوني صوف أشوفه سومالان. كيف تليونيس؟ أنا saying.
قضية يدنا درا.
Actually, please. Listen, today is not about Somaliland. Italian fucking what they call it? Khalas, no, bro.
It's different. That's why you don't understand. That's why you don't understand.
Have a break, bro. Have a break. Relax.
Oh, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do, man. Just kick back, man. Have a break, but if you don't like it, get the fuck up, man.
No one likes it, bro. You're so anti, bro. Nafis. Adigu
waxay kula tahay maalintii Talyaaniga ay ka qaateen anigana waxay la tahay maalintii ay xorriyadeedu godka iga dhacday. You see?
How? Your uncle.
Yeah, but yeah, cut them, but what though? Yeah, but yeah.
It doesn't matter, you know.
Your uncles come to Somalia with the flag. What are you talking about? They managed it.
It doesn't.
يكون الصباب ترامل ليه bro. وحاك تخيل مش راموس بال.
ما تعامل صدقني بقى إذا وحدود حدا وحدود ده أنت تعامل.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام.
السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
This Khalid Zafaka, she's celebrating Somali Independence Day. This, that. You get me? Sell out, fuckish baby. Everything's underneath the blue sun. Man said, I'm gonna take a screenshot of you. I'm gonna send it to Ergesa. I was like, Ergesa, forget screenshot. Show them the video. What about Nikan?
I don't give a fuck what happened. That's nothing to do with all of that.
I don't really. But you know it's Hassan. This is no skin. Well, I got tough skin now. This time last year, yeah. Well, this time last year, I would have been kicking off.
You said you're gonna lock up certain people that are not progressive. It's not progressive conversation, bro. That's the truth. We're not going nowhere.
Let me have his point, man. I'll let him have. Hassan's a regular on the panel.
Yeah.
You don't know what peace is, bro. Everyone here is happy. They're calm.
عروض see mentality جوا كده واحد دول تدان أوران وايم مثل حنقتنا.
No, but if you see that, I think there's 6 people in Spanish, 5 people.
Yeah, well, I think you've got one stance only. It's good to be. Listen,
والله اسمع لا بدي دليل that's what I believe أنا حكى الله يا خالد be a fair player
Somalia Thai
fair look that's the only thing I lay
the only people calling hey waka
أنا Somali بنا هيدا شوف هذا بدي أنا أكبر حياة
لا
كويس
Go on there.
My brother, anyway, look. From now on, okay, you said what you have to say. We're talking about from now on. I talk about something that actually means something.
Yeah, 100%. When, you know what though? See, like when what Khalid's doing now, for example, yeah, like he's talking about. He said, I'll talk about all of the independents and I'll big them up. The bigger picture is he's got a big audience, or his audience is gonna get bigger. You have to talk to the whole community. So.
I don't mind.
Like looking at it from a community point, yeah, that's London choga, I'm a Europe choga, yeah. We need to all come together. There isn't, you know what I mean? The census ain't looking at us. Yeah.
Facts.
So the best thing to do, brother, is take that energy you got back home. If you're in Somaliland talking like that, no one's gonna bother you. But you're in UK, bro.
We're here. We're
brothers,
family,
man. 110%, bro.
Especially as the colonizers.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's deeper shit happening out here, and you're talking about this and that. Something happened 1960, whatnot. Allow it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that talk, yeah, we come on, man. We all got uncles that talk like that. You know what I'm saying? It's calm.
We've been hearing,
you know what I'm saying? You want to go back home and retire, you do that. What?
Yeah,
Somalia is never going to bother you. You can keep Somaliland. And I'm a Somaliland, like, I am from Somaliland. What? You know what I mean? My dad was an S&M soldier, took 13 bullets. But I'm not here to go back to that. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. Football ball around and my dad. Football score on but you don't talk like one.
Brother, I don't need to talk to you, brother. You don't need to tell me. You don't know me, Akhi. You're one person in the panel. So let me finish my point anyway. See, look, you're going back to that little tiny point.
No. I
come look me up anytime. Don't talk shit up to me. I ain't gonna arbali that up to you. Come look me up anytime.
You chat shit, man. That's it.
About 60 years old.
Yeah. You took it.
This guy.
My brother, yeah, you
You know what it is, yeah? The worst thing is, yeah, you know what it is,
I ain't
yeah?
got time for that energy. I'm not gonna lie to you. innit?
Well, no, I don't think no one has. I think this other generation is letting that go, bro.
What you mean
done
other
that,
generation? What you mean? Say,
We're letting that.
what are you saying there?
Well, we don't look. Listen to this, yeah.
Khaido,
Listen.
عيال بس كده
No, listen. Can I? There's not even عيال. It's not even عيال, bro.
عشان يسدون شرباتها. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but it's not even عيال. It's not even that. I'm not even trying to be a عيال. I'm just trying to. At the end of the day, this conversation that you're having, yeah.
What did you take apart from that little bit? That's them yeah. What did you take out of what I just said to you? والله إلهي بفركين.
أنت إلى أنا قلت طوال وحن كهذا لا يمكن إنه يقول.
That's what Novi said.
قلت أنا أسفهمه. أنا قلت حنقول خالد وحنقول وحنقول يا خالد وحنقول وتيجي اسفهمنا وقالي فهمك وقالي أنا هو ده سكع عنه إنه قام حبس كويس.
What did you just take from my conversation? Were you listening to me or you thinking about what you're going to say to me?
هذا اللي يصدق هتديس. أنا قلت حلي خالد أو markay Somaliland iyo ay wax ka jiraan sidana hadda maartay uga waxaynaysid uga ma hadashid.
I do exactly the same. Furthermore, I think I do it too much. I feel like that can't suck a giggle, and I don't even want to do that. Okay,
let me say what I want to say.
No, go on, family. Respect, man.
Go.
أنا waxaan leeyahay inamada dhageyska isfahamku waa qaali anu Khalid waxaan u maagayaa adigan waxaan ku leeyahay Khalid
so you understand is Magitan
yeah
so you understand is Magitan.
No, but did you understand that why?
I think you're too ultra nationalistic side. That's the problem.
Mother tongue.
I'm saying you're going back to Khalid. I'm trying to tell you, you know, when we're in UK, I'm not choke no Western World Cup. You know where the choke, no way you're somehow. Do you agree with that?
Who are you talking to? Why not this?
I'm a cut the bell out.
Okay. My big mother mistake again on high.
He's got it. Well, what was?
waxaan Khalid ku maagayaa waan anu channelkiisa waan daawada Khalidna anigu I know him but waan qana waan saragna and if you want to see me you could come and see me next Sunday on Speakers Corner hadda doonaysid taas waa taa xalay Khalid oo bishii koob iyo soddonkii May waxa dhacay doorashooyinka Somaliland Soomaa meeshana waa meel Soomaali ay ku kulantay weeye Soomaa
yeah
kamaad hadal sharmo boy wax ka hadlaysay
I spoke about them for 3 hours. I spoke 3 hours on a live stream. It was maybe it's not a stream. Maybe you wanted the own Goni stream. You know, I'm calling no. You should have phoned me. You got my number. Say, Khalid, man, boom. Let's do a stream. Boom. Sound good. I spent 2.5 hours. I was bigging up Barqad Abdi, Mukha Inikira, Meshal Satar. Yo, سؤال باي ويديني سؤال عشان كتشوا بدين. سؤال باي ويدين كتشوا.
I did not even finish Khalid.
Okay, done. Okay, go ahead.
Secondly, واحد تمي تاسوا معي. واحد تمي بربراء corridor بربراء الفراي. I haven't seen you saying anything about it. 26
I posted this. Look, I'll show you what I did. I'll show you in front in the harder. I'll show you everyone in front what I did. In front of everyone.
Nah, he did.
It's not even I watch this. I'll show you what I did. I'll show you in proof here. I'm not even gonna talk. I'll just put it up. I'll put it up. Welcome. This is what I'll do. It's the best thing. It's the best thing. Can you not see this? Can you not see the wall? Can you not see my community wall? Somali Speakers community wall. Watch this. Look at this. Barbara. You see that? The officials didn't come in. Okay. That's what's his name? What's his name? Shino Ali Khadli. Where's the other one? Come on. What else you want me to do? Marcus is so Khadli. What Khadli? It's right there, bro.
You don't have to.
What else you want me to do? Come on. God. Yeah, God. How? I don't know what else to do, man. Well done, Gidar Naman Kusore, that's what I can. You get all coming from there. I don't even know. And it pissed off a lot of people. Even what's his name? Nah, it's not even that, man. I don't get it, fam. I spent 3 hours talking about 2.5 hours. We were talking about it. Hagan.
26 June. My
Welcome. 26 June. 26 June. Can you not see the Gidarka? Can you not see my this is the stream. Look, I'm gonna prove you wrong. Can you not see that corner? Okay, look. 26 happy June. Well, no, there it is. Where's May 18th? Can you not see May 18th? Happy Liberation Day 2021. That one could see ya. I spent 4.5 hours. The other day, 26th June, Waka, where is it? I gave it another 4 hours. Let me go to next year. So what so kind of what else do you want it? What it's right there in the fucking screen. I don't know what else to do. I don't know, Hassan, you feel backdated, man. So you're speaking like a Willen Ayan Darada. This is the worst thing about Hassan, innit? Yeah. This video in Speaker's Corner, Hassan's the one that organized it. You know, you got the camera together. This is the thing that I don't understand. Yeah, watch this. You see this video here? Can you not see this video? Yeah. Hassan is the one that, you know, when the Al Shabaab, look at this. The Al Shabaab with the school checkpoint thing.
Ready, we're rolling. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. With me, all I don't know who's
I'm going to show you. You can hear Hassan.
All I know is...
I believe
Even
there's
the
a mafia.
Where is he?
Advantage of Somali.
You're going to hear Hassan. He's the guy that organizes, got COE, got the camera together, got everything together. You know them ones.
Yeah. It's putting in work. I think it feels like, you know what it is, yeah? Everyone just thinks of their own, innit?
Now, we did a video, yeah, you know.
Kylan can't please everyone, innit? I told you 1,000 times, you can't carry, this guy's not gonna, whatever you say, everything, show him what's in your head, forget about it, man.
Obviously, he's just passionate, cuz, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't blame you for, look, listen to what I'm saying.
Of course.
I don't blame him for being patriotic, I blame him for not seeing the logical reason, bro. There's two different things, bro. Elijah gave all of us logical reason. I can call everyone accountable for not using it. You get it? Don't be blinded by patriotism, bro. Nick Khan, he's not celebrating Siad Barre, bro, or something. You get it?
Nah, but you know what it is, though. Yeah?
Who is?
People have got
none of us here are.
There you go.
We're all adversaries to him.
Thank you. Alhamdulillah.
I think, do you know what it is, Mo? Abgal for life, innit? Yeah, Mo, my brother Muhammad, long time in it, yeah.
Brother.
My brother, this is, I think, G's onto something, and a hard talk. I think we landers need to sort of understand in it, yeah. Kodaloo is not Siad Barre's day, you know. We have, you know, May 18th. Why do you think I call May 18th Liberation Day? That's the day that I celebrate Goni. I don't know, as a lander in it, yeah. And that's what I do. No, sorry, GG, no, GG. You know, please, yeah, JG, please. Sorry. Just you know, yeah. Ukadi. I see that differently, you get where I'm coming from. But like I said earlier, 26th of June and Cold of June, I just see it as two colonialism powers that got out of Somalia. You get where I'm coming from? That's how I knew in there and Kwarko. Anyone else that sees it differently, boy.
To be honest, we should have our own day, like you just said as well, for our liberation. But we didn't. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you more, but at the end of the day, like the sister said, this is beyond embarrassing, bro. This is like, yo, let people celebrate. Let people have, you know them ones. Let them have their call, you know them ones. Let people have this day. Let people have that day. If it means something special to someone. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
And I think that's the worst. That's the hasid. You know when I say I've always said this, but I say Ado Slaughter. You get me? Me and WM been through our little madnesses as well. She's right as well. This is a shit show. This is the reason we need to realize it. And I think Hard Talk wanted to say something. I think he had a point where when you were saying something.
He took it. You know what, cuz? I think me and the guy misunderstood it. Because he's coming from. Is he still back here?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it from Britain. He's looking at it from this guy's been doing this Somalia. I don't know what's going on in it, cuz how he's looking at it. But like in big up Somalia, there's nothing wrong with that, man.
To be honest, yeah, I feel this is more of doing it for the younger generations than like big men. You get me? Like letting them know how stuff is and how stuff was.
Yeah, of course, cuz.
Everyone on this panel now, yeah, knows everything.
Can I ask you brothers a question?
It's respect, man.
Yeah.
Can I ask the brothers a question? I'm guessing there's a lot of brothers from the north in this panel. The person I wanted to
Thanks me, Ridley, Bur'a, and what's his name? Hard Talk.
So yeah, what I wanted to ask is, I know every single brother from the north I've spoken to, either has good things to say, whether his brother or even Olial to say about Habib. Yeah, Habib are celebrating this exact same day today. Are they the enemy as well? Like, this is another thing I wanted to ask. You get it?
Say that again, bro. I cut off for a second.
I didn't get that.
Say that
Can
again.
everyone hear me? Or that?
No, go. Repeat
I hear you.
again. Go on.
I said, look, knowing that SNM had allies in AD, do you get it? That wasn't the whole North. The people from the North include us, Habib in this disregard of the South.
Yeah, they were allies. Yeah.
No, but they didn't see them as, because we're celebrating, because Habib are celebrating this day.
Do you know what
What's
this date
that?
is first?
1st
It's
of
against
June.
the Italians. I know what it is.
No. It's not like that. It's basically when two days came together. So
Would you say more of
call
it's a
them the
birth of a
present,
nation? Would you say more,
literally.
yeah, Abigail for life? Would you say more it's like a birth of a nation?
Yeah. It's more of a birth because like before that, yeah, there wasn't such thing again. So, but there hasn't like been like people haven't sat down and thought, okay, what was the need to do this? What was the need to come together? You get me? And what I think it excludes people who are like living under occupation, innit? Like, you know, those people who live in like Ethiopia, Kenya. I think they might feel a bit of a resentment because they don't have a right to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Because officially they weren't part of it. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we might need to come together and think of another day. You get me? Who knows?
What do you think about Sister WM's comment here? Do you like realize some of our parents were born under Italian occupation? So 1st of July is a celebration.
Right.
That's another powerful way of looking at it as well, bro. Like for me, look, like I said, Somali speakers, we're always gonna speak about Haman, always gonna speak about this, any debate about that. Somali and we see we gotta celebrate, no matter what side of the colonialism borderline imaginary thing in your head.
Brothers, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, what I see, you know, when I see 4 celebrations in Somalia. You get it? The 4 celebrations I see obviously is the Djiboutian, the Somali, the Northern Somali region against the British. On the 26th, the first of, with the summer Somalis, and I also believe that the Southerners should celebrate it should be accepted that the May 18th should be celebrated because it wasn't made out of Humato. There was a period where the SNM movement were even trying to speak to AD about forming a government, but the South wasn't in any state to do it. You understand? So it was born out of necessity. So even that should be celebrated. It's not all the independence days that we have. None of them are made out of spite or all should be celebrated.
Hold on, first, I disagree, brother. You know why I disagree with you?
Go,
I disagree because what you need to realize, it wasn't the whole of my man. You get me? It was just my man and a section of you guys in it who had a deal, and there was the other section and another section of us who had a deal. So I don't think we celebrate that. That's just division.
Now, what do you mean exactly? Can you emphasize? Because can you elaborate? Right now, what you're saying right now,
So obviously the person who Aidid wasn't in alignment with the whole of SNM. He was in alignment with the branch of him. You know that?
What branch are you talking about? Is
We're
it a
talking
branch that
about
predominantly had power, or was it a beta branch that never had nothing to say?
me. No. It's all the same, but obviously the branch here was my man who died, man. I forgot his name. Subhanallah. The two factions, Abdurrahman.
Sorry, Wallah, literally every question I'm asking right now, I'm trying to learn. I don't know too much about it.
Okay, so let me just give you.
If you ask me for evidence or whatnot, I can't give it to you.
All right, so it was Aidid and which one? Abdurrahman Tourin, and they were in alliance. and the plan to begin with was
and
these guys were gonna capture the north.
Abdurrahman, who is he?
He was one of the chairmen in it of the organization.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so basically the plan was for this guy to take the south and that guy to the north. But apparently, what happened was his adversary, who became the first president of that state. I think his name was Egal. He took control in it. So obviously he took everything, the votes and everything. Said, you know, let me come together. Boom. He collected all of them, and he said, you know, we're gonna unite. They made a little unification, and that's where that state was born. You see, in the south, that didn't happen. Before they could even come to an agreement, people already started dividing. So by the time it even, so we became a tumor. You get me? Just kept on dividing, and we're still dividing.
What you said right now, obviously, alhamdulillah, new information to me. Jazakallah khair.
Yeah, it's the truth.
What you said to you, no, what you said right now, alhamdulillah, if it's the truth. What you said to me right now does not take away from what I said. You get? There was a point where the North was ready to do to form a government, and the South was in any position to do the same, because people were dividing, like you said before they could get that. So what I said right now does not literally what you said right now does not take away from what I said. Even though right now, alhamdulillah, you gave me more information on what I knew. You get it? Jazakallah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to get at. So all should be celebrated. None of it was done out of hasid. No one was trying to take away from someone else. It was all done in good intention, and predominantly it was done for a good reason. You get it? So all should be celebrated. We don't have to. We don't have to.
But somewhere along that road, people became divided.
I'm not saying have to. This weekend, there's nothing you have to do in this world. Yeah. That's the right you have. If you like having Malin Mado in your head, in your life, then may Allah lighten that part of your brain. You get it? But bro, this is the evidence. None of the independent states were done out of malice. Yeah? And none of them had bad intention, and none of them were done in the wrong ways. So why should they not be celebrated then?
Yeah, I'm not against that, to be honest.
So why can't then? You agree with me then?
Yeah, I agree. But I just want you to understand that.
I should tell you.
No.
Should I tell you? You know what's the counter to separatism? Solidarity. You know when people.
No, that's not it. That's not it. I think what the problem is
when the Somali people accept, okay, the South, let's say the South, accept that the North, they are hur and they've been hur. And the only reason why they chose hur is out of necessity, and we accept it. Just that slight form of solidarity will give room for mutual respect and agreement. You get it? You see what I know why I'm saying you say you're right. No, sir. This is what I'm trying to get to. So the North has been autonomous for 50 years. They have their own police, their own army for a long time, their own judicial system. Yeah. But
do you know where that is? But do you know where that is?
No, forget where it is. I'm talking about where it is now. Why it is.
I know what it is, but do you know why it is that way?
No, forget why.
What do you mean?
Why it is now. So let me finish. It is, regardless of what it was, it is. I'm talking about where it is at this present point. Understand? The only way the Somali people can move on from this stupid conversation of we're free, but you're not free, but the South will say you're free, is if right now we move on from this conversation because nothing is hard. They don't accept that.
Okay, so
I know that
all right.
Kof could have been the get the North is hard. So we can move on from the narrative. We could establish trade routes. Establish
I'm not taking that against you.
This that we profess to have each other or bear.
Yeah, G, let the brother come through. Let the brother come through now, innit? Yeah. Mohammed, yeah, come through.
Yeah, so he's right. He's right with what he said, but the reason why is because you know when basically the central command basically collapsed, so it's getting to us. You get me? That was non-existent. Yeah. Once people started to flee out, what didn't happen where you guys live is you guys didn't turn on your neighbors. You see, where we live, we turn on our neighbors. So the things got messy there. You guys united, came together, you sorted our grievances, and that was good. We didn't do that. We went for full extermination.
That's mad.
So
Okay,
that's basically that, and I was still paying the price for that because that's a punishment from God.
Can I speak? Look, can I speak? Look, the problem is, wallahi, look, I'm telling you to be carefully. There's a punishment for God to tell you. You can fix your
Can I say something?
Go on.
Yeah, speak.
هلا ده والله محلك يبقى خودك.
I'm gonna speak then. Look.
Yeah, go ahead, G. Come through.
Yo, by the way, guys, Maghrib is coming up again. Maghrib.
I'll try to be quick with this. Look, this is the problem with Somali. Look, every country here eventually comes to a point where they realize their faults, you get, and then they act upon it. Somali is so hung up on the why. How can this happen and why did this happen that we do not progress? This is the fact. This is the fact that we are in right now. The South right now has a government that cannot travel past Mogadishu and has terrorism. The North has been somewhat to a point where even though it's tribalist, has been somewhat of a stable state. This is the fact today, you get it? Let's forget tomorrow and yesterday. This is a fact right now at the present point in Somalia, mainland Somalia. What we need to establish is the fact that what we were speaking about before does not help the progression of Somalia. Somali people in the South, they're thinking about themselves, leave them to themselves. Let's focus on our problem at hand. You get it?
Listen, we're not just to the south of you.
I don't know if I remember the other day was having war with some guy that was Somali patriot, yeah? I remember I was telling him, I was saying, if you accept Somaliland, Khalid, Carl, can you
I hear you.
Please, I remember I said to him, bro, imagine Somalia and Somaliland, yeah? Right now, we can't borrow nothing from the World Bank, Monkulaha. None of us can borrow nothing from the World Bank. You know, Somalia and Somaliland, open market. You know, like Saudi Arabia got cut from like United Arab Emirates, and it's a small bit. You know what I mean? But they all done that to prosper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somalia could profit, and one day we could all help each other out.
That only happen.
Yeah.
And that guy didn't agree with me that day. The guy was damn mad at me. So you know what, brother? It's hard to make people understand your ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. This narrative doesn't work. You know, we're together, but we're not together. But I want us to be together. Forget all that. Understand?
I never said that.
To get past.
No. Listen.
To get past this milestone.
Yeah, there's no coming together. That's true. Everyone should fix their own little patch.
Yeah, I think that's the only.
No. Wallah, listen.
That's how it is.
Wallah, listen.
That's the reality of the thing.
Let me make myself clear. A nigga, I am Somali Wayne. I believe in the unity and togetherness of Somalia. I do not believe that the politicians that are in Somaliland today and in the South have the capacity to bring Somalia together. So I'm happy with it being separate for now. You get it?
You guys. صلاة بتيجي من سنة كما
I do order salad to take it, man. I'm running the thing. عدي تكون ساعة تكون. Yeah, عدي تكون ساعة تكون تديني.
لكن حتى why
don't you go? Why don't you بحدد هذا صلاة تكون ستان. I don't take ستان. I'm not shouting, bro. I'm not shouting, big man. You got me, but هذا صلاة تكون ستان. You go صلاة تاني. ما صلاة. What do you want? You want a gold medal or a صلاة بنتيجي or a tug? then أنت بختيني سيادة خلا مرمسيد. ده انت تدخل مرمس ولا مرمي قسكت هذا صلاة تيجي تان ايوه alright so هذا صلاة ولا صلاة هذا تيجي man. You're moving stupid right now man. Come on man. I ain't gonna no go on. I don't even know قف صلاة تسجني مرمو دخل مرمو.
والله لا if anything I said right now is offensive no والله لا
He's a big man bro.
right now,
Big man.
if anything I said right now if anything I said right now in my opinion is saying it's offensive.
Yeah, your opinion's not offensive, bro.
I'm not taking that offensive, but you know what, bro?
I'll come back, guys. Hold up the panel for me, you guys, yeah?
Everyone's views, man.
Is what I'm saying? Is what I'm saying more realistic? Warun, we don't have the capabilities right now in politics wise to unify Somalia. I believe in the unification of Somalia, but right
That's what I'm saying. But that's what you believe in. I've never known anything about Somaliland all my life, so it was a bit different for me, innit?
Maybe the generation before you didn't know what Somaliland was. Change happened.
Well, I've known. You know what I mean? Like, if you speak to my parents, they'll tell you the same thing. They're all Somaliland patriots.
Anything, anything that has the hormones of Somali people, whether it's in the north or the south, I know what I get tonight. If Somaliland today did go to Hisaya, like give the people the rights,
no, it's not that we changed that name. We never changed that name, you know. We never called ourselves some next name. We're Somaliland, you know what I'm saying? Let everyone eat.
You control. Forget the name. Forget the name. Forget the name. Wallah, Hatu, forget the name. When you speak to people from the north, they'll tell you there's also Somali banai. It's called Dolan, that's it.
Think about
Labo wala, this is bro. It's not a problem. You get it? Mama,
yeah, but
if that means that's the way the Somali people will go forward, and that's the only way that's realistic, alhamdulillah.
Yeah,
I have dreams. Somalis united doesn't mean that it will exist. But if we talk about realism, if Somalia right now,
Somalia's got a set example in it, brother. Not Somalia. It's got a set example, and it's not setting an example. That's the problem. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the nation. I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about these politicians, bro. They're taking their liberties, man. You know what I mean? They're underpaying these Al Shabaabs. There's so much undercutting going on, brother. Yeah. To Ethiopia to fight a war, man. Things like that get me angry, bro. They have to set an example.
Why do you think I am against this whole talk of? I'm telling people to cut it out. This whole Somalia talk or spiritual. I'm saying that can't scare him, mama. You know why?
Because exactly. We have to both respect each other.
No, after no, I wholeheartedly, I think, bro. Listen, I think I'm not the person to shy away from man's problems. You get it?
Yeah.
We have bigger fish to fry than the north. You get it? You get it? That can't hold them because you have been acting autonomous for 30 years.
Yeah, but Taiwan.
You don't matter if the world accepts you. You have been moving like you. So look, right. So look, just to stop this conversation and so the Somali people can focus on themselves. I know what I'm trying to establish is that Somalia is Somaliland. Walal, Dolan. You get it? Are
they two different countries though?
No, Lava Dolan. Like I said, what's Lava Dolan? They're not two countries. How could two dollars have one country?
Sorry, my Somali's a bit bash up sometimes. Go ahead,
Lava Dolan. Okay, I say in English, it's two brothers with two different governments, you get it? That's right. Lava Walalwai or Lava Kaladolik, you get it?
Of course.
So hargeysa aniga nin kofura hargeysa waa dhulkayga hooyeed hargeysa waa dhulkayga hooyeed anaga gode waana dowladda xisaa and the south same so the south can focus on the south issues and
just like Great Britain, innit? You're British, innit? Yeah, but it's just like imagine this, G. People don't understand, Now, but you're monologuing, bro, man. Come on, man. In your man. Come on. This is a panel at the end of the day. There's 6 people talking. So, like I'm saying, I agree with your points, G. I'm not gonna lie to you. I agree with your points, but I see it as a UK thing. You know, when you just say Somali or Dulke. So I see that as well Somali. You could just see it as Great Britain or You're going to Wales, Scotland, England. Still the same people, but different countries.
Yeah, man.
that type of system, like the UAE, you could go to Al Ain, Dubai, Sweden, everyone's got their own different sort of whatever. But the Mahima, the thing is, so
No,
I
but
don't
what I'm
think
trying to
Somali
get
limit
at
the
is that
so.
people need to. No, no. What I'm trying to get at is that people don't need to come to terms with that. It's already the way it is right now. We don't need our brothers in the north to get hurnumot from outside sources. I like it what I like. They're our brothers. You get it?
Yeah.
And they be acting hur the whole life. So khalas. So we can focus on the issues at hand. You get it? Whether it's Malawi, whether it's Shabab. You get it? We can focus on that. And then Huddle, inshallah, bi'idhnillah, we have leaders that can come together on some kind of agreement. You get it? But right now we don't.
I'm saying it's a bit sticky, man.
Yeah.
It's a bit sticky. They will never come back together, though. You know that, innit? As long as you understand that, then people move on, man.
For me, the whole unity thing, really, truthfully, how I see it
That's the worst thing. I don't hear no one disagree with me. That's the worst thing.
What's the unity?
we're trying to talk.
Africa's got unity, brother.
Yeah.
What's your unity? Break down this unity thing for me, because at the end of the day, we are all brothers. You know what I mean? We're not watching each other.
No. I'll talk about
Somalia,
unity.
Somaliland, 2 different countries, 55th country in the African nations. You know what I mean? We're gonna sit down in the United Nations conference as our own individual nation. You know what I mean? What's this unity thing you're talking about, lads? We're all gonna be brothers, of course. We might, but we're the only 2 Muslim countries that are neighbors, realistically.
But it might be
There is African unity,
Somali. No, it could be like the United Arab Emirates, like my brother Kay was saying. It could be like that.
What about this? Even better, man. Even better, like Great Britain. You know how you got Wales, England, and Scotland, Northern Ireland.
Thank you.
You know what ones. It's just like you could just cross it if you want to go to Wales. But that is far fetched because at the end of the day, think about it. Yeah, there's too much at play, and there's too much bullshit. Like at the end of the day, how you see it, it's been 30 years. For me, like I'm saying, all I want, I think the humidity is for the south really this year. I'm saying,
I have to go. Sorry, Kay. I apologize. I love this. I met before. Well, it's been an insightful conversation. I'm gonna try and listen to the rest of this on YouTube. It was a nice conversation, but so nice brothers, yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Somali, wherever they are, ilahi in all our land.
Yeah, I mean. Yo, Mubs.
Yeah, cousin.
Yeah, man. I want to get back to the little, celebration, what it means to people, though.
Big up the nation. Because I've seen the guys on Twitter bigging up bare African countries, and they don't even big up their own neighboring countries. It's bad.
No, do you think Nigeria, I always
the man big up Nigeria and that.
Now, do you think it is? Yeah, I'll tell you the truth. I think it's like I always say, man needs to just get rid of this old dud thing. And certain rhetoric, sometimes, you just see certain people celebrating and doing their thing. You gotta big them up, fam. You gotta be like, yeah, happy Somali Independence Day, man. Big up the people, them. You know them ones. We were celebrating cold them.
From them guys talking, innit? It's all about learning from people's history and respecting it, man.
That's what it is. Man. 100% alive. But do you think it's people are too busy like fighting over the Somalia bullshit to actually realize, actually it should be a celebration to get rid of the colonialism.
100%.
That by like the guys that carved off Africa and said, you're this, you're that.
And this is an open platform, isn't it? This ain't the Conservative Party or something like Labour Party. This is an all party, like far rights and that, far left together. Radical geezers with radical points, opinions, and not radical and that, but you know what I mean. People with opinions, you know what I mean. But that geezer there was going off, cuz I don't know what was happening. He reminds me of one of my uncles.
What do you think of landers that are holding that sort of thing right now in the 2021s? In the 2021s.
You know what it is, yeah. Everyone that, because you know what, that incident that happened in 89 or 1990. I don't want to bring it up, but okay, didn't tell you. You know what I mean? But like, it weren't 3-4 generations ago. It's close to home for a lot of people.
And come on, even me.
And especially Hairkin, of course, with the parents, and some people think it's normal because there's war in Somalia every day. Well, people are killing each other every day, but it's kicking off. sadly, man. But yeah, let's go back to Mogadishu. Though Mogadishu looks beautiful, cuz I've seen pictures of it online, man.
I know.
You know what I mean?
It seems.
It reminds me of Rio de Janeiro as the capital. You know, like that. What it could
If
have
it's
been.
done right.
What it could have
If
been
it's
like.
done,
Mad.
that's what I'm saying. Like
There's
that's
not many
why.
capitals with coast like that. You know. Wow.
Just before I was trying to say something to G in it. Yeah, I was trying to say to my brothers and sisters in the south. I think really truthfully, main priority from this to next Independence Day is security. If they get their shit together on security, well, like you're saying, Rio de Janeiro, man, shitting all over bare places.
It's beautiful.
You know,
This was built for Rio as well.
Come on, they can compete with certain people, but at the end of the day, it's all about, for me, it's admin, safety, and the Badgilio. And just getting along, man. Getting along. It's getting along, but we get.
Close to the panel.
Really, James in the panel. I think Abigail went to go Salah in Euro to in it and come back. That's about it.
July 1st. You know what, cuz? Yeah, I just come to say what I was like, hey, get trouble. But I've never seen, you know what the guy was saying earlier, yeah? When I jump on the conversation, we always talk open about everything. Open stuff. I don't know that.
The worst thing is, for me, as a lander, innit, yeah, I feel like that kind of song could get all of that more as well.
Yeah,
you know, I was raised like that. Found come you know, I'm one of them people. Really get loud. They raised me and come on, go found, you know them ones. Found like mostly like, yeah.
Facts, man. You know, it's time to celebrate today. You know what I mean? You know, they had a rough past. You know what I mean?
I know, but then again, we have to sometimes maybe educate our brothers and sisters in the north and say, you know, it's okay. Let them man there celebrate their thing.
The guy that was speaking, wallahi, like a lot of North Somali people, especially Somalilanders, they all think like that. They really do not fuck with these people at all. They don't. I mean, I don't blame them, to be honest, man. It's not like it was a difference of opinions, you know.
Exactly.
What I mean?
No, of course.
Blood really like.
At least you understand where he's come from. I understand where he's come from to an extent, but
look at it like this.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Sorry.
We have losers from southern Somalia who are guinea pig, who piggyback Palestinians, any fucking losers that are non-Somali, but won't even acknowledge the people, the crows, the mines. There's the mines that were left in that region. All these type of atrocities that were left there. Like, it's very sad. Even some of us, we don't even acknowledge this. You know what I mean? It was horrible. The population was 3 million, 500,000 got killed. Do the math. That's like 25% of the population decimated. 2 of the largest cities bombarded. You know what I'm trying to say?
It's a genocide, man.
You know, that act revitalized the whole Somaliland national movement. You know what I mean? The nationalism they have is crazy. You know, they would never go back to that. There's everyone in that city today. Like 20% of the people are either from other parts of Somalia or Ethiopians. You know, that's how good that city is. You know what I mean? It's given up. Even look at southern Somalia. It's so shitty that countries like Burundi are sending their soldiers. Burundi is one of the lowest economies in all of the world, and yet their soldiers are coming to Somalia to do peacekeeping missions, getting $1,000 a month to be able to feed their families, and they're benefiting off Somalia.
So you're happy about that?
I'm not happy at all. I think that's disgustingly sad. That's horrible.
No, but it sounds like you're getting off it. Look, Ridley, bro, listen.
But you were talking a lot, fam. What do you mean, bro? I was quiet the whole time, bro. What do you want
to
say? No,
but what I was talking about was neutral, though. But you see, everything that comes out of your mouth is some hate, rhetoric, bro. More like you're on a far extreme of everything. Any subject that you speak about, Ridley, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. You are.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. I'm not agreeing with the guy. I'm just saying I know where he's coming from.
Can I speak? Bro, can I speak?
You spoke the whole time, fam. Okay, go ahead then.
No, okay, I agree with everything you said. I'm speaking about what you spoke about. No, but everything you speak about, you're on a far extreme of it. Why though?
What do you mean far extreme, bro?
Whether about Somali women,
bro, me? Let me finish, man. You asked a question, right? Okay, let me just answer.
Yeah, don't attack the guy. Let me speak.
Yeah, let him speak.
No, I'm
okay, relax, man. Me personally, I want to unite all the Somali territories economically, but politically, it's impossible. You know, everyone has to there's only could be certain clan coalitions that can really work with each other, because for the most part, some clans they're united together. Other clans they're divided under sub clans, which destroys the country in itself. When you're loyal to your sub clan, that destroys the whole region rather than just your clan, which makes a little more sense. And then even then, you can still come together. But besides the point, I can't do anything, man. I talked to my mom today and other people. Some of them look down, like they hate the Somali government, man. Like, people are delusional. They will talk about, 1970 Somalia was at its prime. No, it wasn't, bro. Only Hamad was popping. Hargeisa was a fucking village. What are you talking about? It was a fucking tree town. There was nothing there. The north was literally, everyone that was living there had no access to nothing. They had nothing. This was something that was building up for 40, 50 years. You know, we can't talk about it because we're not born in that era. You have to live there to understand that.
Why do you perpetuate the narrative though? Why do you still talk about it?
I'm just telling you,
instead of
that's the problem with you
opposing it?
people. Let me finish, man. That's the problem with you people, man. You're quick to go pray for a foreigner, but you can't acknowledge the shame. Even if I wasn't from Somali, I still would be shameful. That's an embarrassing act to kill your own people. It's very cowardice. You failed to defeat the Christian Ethiopians, but you bomb your own people. You're a loser. That's all they have to say about it. You're a loser. Only a coward does that. The Kenyans were massacring your people, but you bomb another people. That's what you do. You know, that's an embarrassing. You can say whatever you want, but what happened to some?
That's a fair point. You know what I'm saying to you, though? But don't target him.
Yeah, but it's a fair point, but you can't never see the guy that done the bombing come from Somalis. They never come from Uganda. It's a Somali issue, not a southern or northern issue. Well,
No, exactly. It's a government issue.
just said there,
no,
it's a government
but
issue.
Finger,
But you have to acknowledge the history.
Demonize on another side. No, wait. But demonizers on the other side are not addressing the issue like you do. Bro, Ridley, bro, listen to me carefully. I've listened to you talk or speak a scholar for a long time, bro. You know, you highlight the worst of any subject that's spoken about, bro. But you never ever come to any kind of like recollection or some kind of conclusion about the issue, bro. I've heard you talk about and demonize the South and us Somali women 1,000 times, bro. I've never heard you come up with a fucking answer, bro. That's a fact. Do you get it? That's the truth. And I'll mute myself now. I'll let you talk yourself in it.
You like to hear the negative, not the positive. But let me just end this topic, fam. I have nothing against the South. The problem is you guys can't get your shit together. I don't know what's wrong with you. You know, it's just,
I said that 1,000 times as a Southerner. Wait. I said that 1,000 times. The North, we need to let the North get on with their stuff. So we need to deal with our problems like Al-Shabaab and Red. I've said it 1,000 times on this podcast. So, bro, listen.
Bro, you know
once
what's
again,
embarrassing?
Have you got any other solution?
You know what's embarrassing? Abdullahi Yusuf, while the Islamic Courts Union were trying to unite each other.
Bro, you're going back again. You're going back again.
You're going back again. You're going back again. Sharia law.
You're going back again. You're tired, bro.
Your loser president, Abdullahi Yusuf.
You're tired, come in.
How are you gonna let Christians come into your country? A whole general had your region under law. That's embarrassing.
You have no answers to anything.
Every time.
You have opinions. You have no answer to anything. You have no answer to anything, bro. No way.
Guys, can you let Mahmoud speak? Let the other panelists speak. This is a panel. Can both of you please mute up? Let the other guy speak, please, man. Let the other guy speak, please. Mute up. Mahmoud, please. I don't want to hit people's mute button. Go ahead, Mahmoud.
Nah, I see exactly where Riddy's coming from. Riddy's saying, okay, it's all good, knowing what the issue is, but what caused the issue? And what he's saying is, every time there was foreign entities trying to enter the soil, they only came through the command of one person. You get me? And all throughout the history, you can see that every time there were foreign soldiers, whatever their reason was, they were authorized by one person from a particular community. And I don't think he's wrong saying that.
Facts.
Look, it's only been 50, and then you want to talk about other stuff. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
No. The issue with what I find a lot is no one cares. Of course, everyone wants to unite Somalis, man. That's a dream come true. But we have to acknowledge the problem that's within the certain communities. Like, why is it so hard to get your political act together? Why is corruption so hard? We all know the truth, man. You all know the truth. You guys are up for sale. You know what I mean? To the highest bidder. You're embarrassing. How you let a man sell your fishing rights to China for $2 million? What? You're King Formaggio, Mr. Cheeseman. What's going on, fam? What's going on for real? It's not. At least Somaliland has this shit together. I can fly to Hargeisa, live. I don't have to worry about being bombed. You know what I mean? I don't gotta worry about. I don't have to walk outside, see a Bantu patrolling my streets in their own vehicle. Like what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? It's not a good look, fam. I mean, I support this day too. One thing is, there's too many days to celebrate. That's true. But at the same time, what do you expect? You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like the way how Somaliland came from too, with no foreign aid, nothing, just a bunch of people helping each other. They built that themselves with their own pocket money, no support. So that's a big feat.
I neglected. I left out the Western Gillies and the Hunters. That's what you're forgetting.
What do you mean? Those people live, bro. Those people can do whatever they want.
Yeah, safe. They want to separate. They want to separate and create
They can't separate.
Shut your mouth, bro. You're a liar, bro. You're a liar, bro. You're a liar below at time. Listen,
I don't know about that.
Highlight. All you do is highlight.
That's
problems.
steep.
I have no cure for it, bro.
No, but that's the same problem. That's the same problem over here.
I agreed with him, but it's not about what you say; it's how you say it. It's coming across a bit harsh, but I do agree with
you. You see, that's how it's supposed to be, fam. It's supposed to be hard. The truth hurts, man. You know what I mean? The truth hurts. But one thing I'll say though, the Durban time people, if they're loyal to the Somaliland government, they're not gonna be out. They'll be in it. It's all about that. They choose to not be loyal to them.
I want to make a prediction.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of non-Isaac people that thrive in Somaliland. That's the truth. It's been because they have no choice.
And there's a lot of Isaac people that thrive in Hamad. There's a lot of Isaac people that thrive in Hamad. You liar, bro. Say both sides.
Well, you can't speak for that. You can't speak for that, brother.
Of course, they're in a government, bro.
Because you're in the same situation.
They're in the fucking government.
You want to alienate people and include yourself at the same time. How does that work?
Me or him?
Who are you speaking for when you say that?
I'm speaking for Somalis, but I'm just saying don't talk about.
No, you can't.
But I'm saying do not highlight the bad only without coming with a plausible answer, bro. My man just listed worse after worse after worse, and it stops there. How does it stop there, bro?
Well, that's what I need to hear. That's what I need to hear personally.
No, but that's what I'm trying to get out. No, this is him every day, though. He stops at the worst. He don't come up with a plausible answer, bro. Because he doesn't.
Bro, the plausible answer, man. Wallahi, you guys have to, you know what I mean? Do a sincere formal apology, build a monument, and let Somalilanders dominate your government. And you know what I mean?
Okay, listen to Walan, bro. Look at bro. Listen to what I'm saying.
He's Nigel Farage.
Bro, Wallah, I'm not even saying it. I'm not even saying it like that, fam. I'm not trying to rule over you guys.
Ridley, you said what you said.
Fix your mess, and we're gonna help you.
You said what you said.
An active army and a real army.
You said what you said.
How can you not get an army? You have no employment. You can't even pay someone.
Are you done? Are you done?
$170
your fucking ass,
army.
Are you done? What? I talk to you like like my missus, bro. You done? Shut your mouth, bro. Let me finish. Listen. You said right now the Somalis have to erect a monument and apologize. That is not realistic. What I said.
I said. No solution. Then.
Wait. Let me finish, bro. What I said an hour before you open your bullshit mouth is more realistic. The South finally acknowledged the North as an autonomous state that's been autonomous, not an autonomous country that's been autonomous for 30 years. Let them go on with what they're doing. So we can focus on ours and we can eradicate our problems, Al-Shabaab or whatever, and then later on, inshallah, if there's a plausible or good politicians, we could talk about whatever avenue or trade routes or whatever. You get?
Well, you guys have no national. You guys have no national.
Man is not waiting for no man.
You guys just got uncompatible.
Okay, what is more realistic? What is more realistic, bro? Tell me.
Somaliland is more realistic. Somaliland getting independence than Somalia fixing its problems. That's just without acknowledging.
Who's talking about? You're so weird, bro. Who's talking about Somalia fixing Somaliland problems? I said Somalia fixing their own problems. And leave the.
Why do you have so much pain? Why do you have so much pain in your voice?
I don't know why. He's weird.
That's what I would have known.
He's weird. I don't know.
He's passionate. He's passionate, right, lads?
Who's passionate?
No, but he's no. But what he's saying here, I don't really disagree with what my man G is actually saying. It's just like if I was to listen, if I was to say the same thing, yeah, I'd be frowned upon. You know what I'm saying?
How?
Because when you say you speak for the South or this or that, I'm included in the boat, but I don't really agree with what you're saying. You get me? So
Okay, what do you not agree with what I'm saying?
it's the labels. What I want to know first is where's your constituency?
What are you repping? What side?
Yeah.
Whatever,
No.
no,
Where's your
me,
constituency? If you were to become an MP one day, yeah, where would you go? That's all I want to know.
anywhere in Somalia.
No, that's not an acceptable answer. I want more specific.
Okay,
Say
no.
your city, man.
No. We went from talking about ideas to talking about personal.
Oh man,
No, because
he's from
I need
Hamadawi,
to
man.
understand why you think like that, innit?
He's from
I need to
Butterworth.
diagnose the problem.
Wait a second. By me saying as a southerner, no, the North die and let them have their own. And let them do their stuff. You want to know where I'm coming from? How does that make sense?
No, because I disagree with you, innit? So I want to know why I disagree with you.
Okay, look. I in my constituency, let's say, look, for argument's sake, is Galmudug State in it.
Oh.
That's too big. I need a district.
No, man,
okay, Alado.
Okay.
Hey, welcome.
Right. So okay. So with you saying that, yeah, do you agree with your constituency? Like, are you in favor of it? Do you rep it? Do you like it?
Okay. Do you mean do
because you're speaking from a central point of view.
No. Wait. Before I answer that question, I need to know where you are. What are you? What constituency are you from?
Me, my constituency.
Yeah.
Is the capital.
Where? What capital? There's two different
the
countries.
Capital.
That's the way I see it.
No, the capital, innit?
I see two different countries. What capital, though?
Somali, innit? Where do you think the capital is?
Oh, the south. The south.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Then
that's where I would come from. So then, when you say, when you're saying to him, yeah, you got so much workers working in Hammer, yeah.
In the south.
Do you not see how odd that sounds?
Wait. I never said Hammer. I said in the
Do
south.
you know how wrong that sounds, isn't it?
But
because you're speaking for me then.
Wallah, listen. I never said Hammer once.
I said in the south, man.
Yeah.
Get to the point, fam. You've been talking all this time. What's the solution you have? Let's hear what you gotta say.
How am I getting to a point when someone else asks me a question?
Okay, now go then.
Are you all right, bro? Listen, I don't want to talk to you in Canadian schools, but he's asking me a question. I can't get to a point where he's trying to get to.
Oh my lord. Okay, keep going.
Are you retarded, bro? Go on, while I'll go carry on what you're saying.
You're the one that was talking.
Nah, I think he cut off, man. I think he buried that or something.
All I was trying to say though.
No, not you. No, Mahmoud, you jumped off, man. Abigail for life. He jumped off.
Okay, so am I wrong where this guy is trying to interrupt me and told me to get to my point where I had no point to prove? I said what I wanted to say. Someone else asked me a question. Hey, Ridley, bro, I bet you pattern your life up, bro. You can't listen.
Bro, my life is pattern. You pattern yourself up, fam. What are you talking about, bro? Go fix your people then. I know what I gotta do. You know what I mean? You hear me? You came on the agenda. You came on me the whole time. I was on it 3 days ago.
My plan is to fix for people, but you talk a lot about women. You have no end agenda. Your thing is bad, and it rolls on bad. It keeps on rolling bad. There's no positive or no end goal.
What are you talking like? What's this Captain Save-A-Hole, bro? Relax, bro. It's not that deep, fam. Just relax, bro.
Who's talking about hoes? You got a big thing about women in it.
Bro, I'm not nothing against them whatsoever.
Oh, you
I'm only criticizing their way of being.
Say no. You mean say no to you? I want to say no to you.
I only criticize their way of life, and I give them and I go against the fallacies of what they've been fed. People like that. I don't care what they do.
Not every girl no hoe. Not every girl's a hoe.
Okay, what about you then? What about you?
What do you want to know about me? What do you want to know about me?
I mean, you know a lot about me clearly, right? I don't know who the hell you are, bro.
You know the advantage I have over you. I've been listening to you for weeks. You don't have that advantage over me. Do you understand?
Man, all I'm trying to say is
yo, man.
All I'm trying to say is, bro, listen. You're a waffler, man. Facts. That's what it is. You're a waffler. You don't slay nothing. You've been slayed. You're a waste man. So move on anyway.
You're a waste man too. What the heck?
Move on. We move. Whatever you're trying to promote in Canada, in Ontario, do what you're doing. Save. Move on.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. Basically,
we move.
No, let's have a conversation, Aztec. Come on.
That's what I'm trying to do.
We move. Wait. Really, check them out.
You shut
No
your
one
mouth, bro. Who the fuck you talking
Yeah, let's
to,
have a
bro?
conversation,
Hold
man.
up, bro. Yo, Connor, kick this loser out, bro. Who the hell is this guy, man?
Yo, guys, man, well, go on. I just come back to get something to eat, man, please.
Bro, this guy's a loser, bro. That's all
No
he
one
is.
catch
He's
you.
going on
No,
a
no,
hot
no,
one,
no.
you
You guys
know.
waited, you guys waited 4 weeks to say this.
Wanted to
You had
start
the
up a
whole time to
subject.
pop up a couple weeks back. What you guys
Sorry,
waiting for?
Walal. Sorry, Walal. The brother wanted to start up a subject. Just come on. Go on, Walal.
Can we change the energy up, man? Rug in, please, man. Rug wa win ban here. Muddy Jordan, they're chatting men's politics. What's going on? Had I? Please, please,
I
please.
don't know.
Yo,
I was
Mo.
quiet the whole time. As soon as I speak, this man gets
Yo,
mad.
bro.
I said nothing about
Yeah,
this
bro.
man. I don't even know who the hell he is. I don't
No,
know if
Go on.
he's
he had
Muslim.
really
I don't
had
know
some
if he's
fair
bald or
points.
he got
Yeah.
hair. Like, what's wrong with this
He
man?
had fair points.
Okay, Halakha, brother. So let the brother talk, bro.
Big up, Faye. Happy Independence Day, all. People relax.
Big
I
up
like
Faye,
Muhammad
my
Shiddu.
sister. My
Come on.
sister. Happy Independence Day.
Carry on. Carry on, Muhammad. Abigail. Abigail for life. What you got to say?
Me.
Mo.
Wallahi, I'm just listening right now. I just want to see where it goes. Wherever it goes, I'll take it there, the convo.
Yeah. I'm just eating in
We're
the
not
background,
speaking
guys,
about.
man. Just behave
Yeah.
yourselves, Wallah. Please, let's not make it into a shit
Okay,
show, man.
okay. Start a new subject. Start a new subject.
I wanted to talk about the Wanag. I want to talk about Wanag, man. Today is a day of celebration, but what on with you, man? Celebration now, come on.
Facts, man. We're gonna celebrate.
Dead way in a yard, man. Come on, furthermore. I know what to do. Man. I know exactly what to do.
You know, we need feet.
I know exactly. No, we don't need nothing, man. We need this.
Muhammad, I would.
Waking up, I can smell the shah brewing. So you know I'm heading straight to the kitchen. I know hell, and don't forget the kharfo, the taste on my tongue. It reminds me of the halwa. The best feeling I had ever known. 10 siblings gathered in a single home. Ain't nobody hold it down like Hoyo. You never made it seem like it was difficult. Always had a smile on your face. The trails of your tears, you ain't never left a trace. Those bitter situations you didn't want us to taste. So growing up was sweet like the sun in Somalia. Lately I've been restless, missing ya. But I can't even go back home. Abo getting on me, rocking at my weakness. Walk up in the teeth is what I miss the most. We gotta come together like buddies and moss. Why we gotta fight? Cause really we just one tribe. Now let's just unite like our families at dinner time. Let's cherish all our elders and listen to their stories. Take care of all our youngins and show them that we all one. Somalia, where we come from. Somalia, where we come from. Somalia, where we come from. Somalia, toso iskutir sade. Hat bakina tagdarane, tagera weligine. Somalia, toso iskutir sade. Hat bakina tagdarane, tagera weligine.
markii kow aan aaday waddankii Soomaali ilin baagi maade waa celin waaye muddo dheer kadib ayaan ku laabtay bashbashi barwaaqa meesha taalla geesiyaasha oo Soomaali aawe cayaarka xaafadda luqadaadii hooyo bal ha iloobi marnaba dal shisheeyay waa masiibe Soomaali baan ahay ilaa nafta laygu siibe hooyo aabbo abti adeer dhaqankeeni soo barteen diinta lagu dhaqmo maalinii habeen jannatul firdaws ayaan idin rajaynaye calankeena cirka u ekow cadow baan iska calinee cid walbo cadaalo noqda meel kastoo aad joogtid
toso iskutirsadee hadbarkiina taagdarane taageera weligiine Soomaaliye toso iskutirsadee hadbarkiina taagdarane taageera weligiine Soomaaliye toso iskutirsadee hadbakiina taagdarane taageera weligiine
calankeena cirka u ekow cadow baan iska calinee cid walbo cadaalo noqda meel kastoo aad joogtid
tooso isku tiirsadeen hadbakiina taagdarane taageera weligiine.
Brothers and sisters, if you want an extra side income that will make you more money than your 9-to-5 job.
Yo, fam, where's that man from, yo?
My brothers and sisters, there's a bar in that track here that I love. Kina Kadarane and Tagdarane Awiya. You get where I'm from? That's the best bar. I'm already getting
One try.
Huh?
A lot of niggas would disagree with that.
Nah, but for me, it's like, you know, there's that bar, you know, Ki Tagutaran. You know them ones, Ki Tagutaran. Wala Awi, you know them ones. And I live by that code, you know, my brothers and sisters. Well, okay, well, I should do Kufan.
What are you like? Are you what, like, you know, like Somali Wayne with Dunny, or you Somalilander first?
I mean, I'm Somaliland, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't mind, like, you know, like something like Abu Dhabi, Great Britain, like a Somalian. I'm like a Somali, like was it USN, like Somali, was it United Somali Nations? I wouldn't mind something beautiful like that.
So, like,
But I'm for Somalia.
I think Great Britain sounds
I
cool.
don't-
You get me? The way Scotland, England, Wales, Northern Ireland,
Yeah.
all like
Yeah,
that's
but
that's how it should be.
England could
That's how it should be. That's what I'm on, man. That's my sort of dream, where, you know, everyone do their own thing. You can't take away Somaliland's thing. You'll have your thing. Everyone has their thing. Huh? Everyone have their own capital, bro. There'll be no capital. Anyone that look, everyone just do their own thing, fam. Whatever works for anyone. You know, as long as there's peace in the Bedgelio. For me, as like with me, look, I'm anti-Somali violence, anti-Somali poverty. You know, that's what it is. That's why I started this channel. You get me? So really, truthfully, man, I don't really care what no one says. Call me a sellout, call me fuckish kid, call me anything. You know them ones, but you know I'm not Somali. You get me? I'm not Somali. Dilio. I'm anti that, bro. I'm for all Somali. But listen, I support all Somali prosperity, bro. Well, like from Djibouti all the way down. I don't want to see none of my people starve. Home and abroad, you know. So anyone that's got something against that, anyone that's really got something against that, you can hate me for who I am. You get me? I've always said, I already say to people, I rather people hate me for who I am than love me for someone I'm never gonna be.
Okay, I feel you.
That's what it is, bro. I can't, like, you know them ones. So
Would you carry the baby blue flag?
Okay.
Huh?
Can I say something?
Go ahead. Come through. Yeah.
I really, you got all the whole in Somalia time. Sorry, I got a bit upset. You get it? My bad, did it? I've been watching you for time, and a lot of things you say I agree with, but it don't come to an end. Like for me, maybe that's my opinion, isn't it? You get it? And maybe inshallah you show me what you were trying to see. You get it? But boy, you got all the whole in Somalia time. You get it? Well, I can't tell you got all the whole.
Yeah, that's real ragatinimo, bro. That's real manly, like, you know the ones. We don't hold grudges out here. I like Ritz. The Karale, the Kigili.
You know what I say the truth, man. I'm not trying to hit no one where it hurts. I don't have any anti-sentiment. I'm just telling the truth, fam. That's what it is, like, you know. When it comes to whether it be for females or whether it be about Somalis, there's a lot of work a lot of people gotta do. You gotta check it within
But
yourself,
really,
man.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Yeah.
A lot of things that me and you say coincides, bro. Just like you, I believe that there's no hope for Somali unification at this present point. You get it?
That's what I said, exactly.
And I think, no, I've said that already. I said that we don't have the capacity right now for that conversation to even happen. You get it? So you agree with that? Do you understand? Like you said, wait. No, like I said the South needs to focus on some of the issues and leave the North as themselves as they've been. You get it? Which you agree. Do you understand? What you're
the problem is,
what you're arguing over
there was never
super tantic, Do you understand? Because me and you coincide a lot of things. This is kind of what I'm saying. Look, what I'm saying is the end goal. I'm saying if we move away from this conversation, is that you're with us, you're not with us. We focus on ourselves for a little while. Later on, there's a possibility. I'm not saying there is a certainty. I'm saying there's a possibility that we can talk about something, whether it's trade routes or unification, yeah, which is more viable, more realistic.
Trade
Yeah.
routes. You want to have trade routes for the whole world anytime.
No. I'm saying whether. I'm not saying what I want. What I want is Somalia to be together. Whether that's going to be reality, no, whether that's going to be reality or not is up in the air. What is realistic is what's true. What is realistic today is the North have governed themselves for 30 years and are complete to pattern themselves. That's the realistic, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And that's something that no one,
You know,
that's no one dealing with. I know, really,
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to go to the base form, the foundation. And I'm talking to you from someone from the south. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not
facts,
trying
facts.
for someone from the south. I'm not trying to keep this
So would
rhetoric
you like
of
to see
intellectual.
Somaliland get
No,
independent?
what come on. You know, if you're talking to me by myself, they've been had it.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, would you though, like to the
No, he's
world?
What do
talking
you
about
mean? If you talk
recognition,
to me,
United
if you talk
Nations
to me
independence.
myself,
we've
the
never
man,
been
I'll give
united.
you
Like where you reach, like
hold on, wait.
I just want to know where you reach.
I'll give you the best example right now. K is a witness. K put up this May 18th. He put up the Somaliland and a dua for his people. Yeah. And what did I say? Uqsum billah, I said, I mean. You know why I believe it? Because I believe the North is an autonomous country, bro. Well, I let the white, but it doesn't mean that it has the same governance as the region I'm from. You get it?
Yeah.
Understand? Well, I'll go like
Respect that.
and what Akbali. Understand? And I believe that the whole of South Africa, so we can move on to sovereign issue. Yeah. And then later
But
on,
there's never been a time where we united based on geographical borders and
how to
we
forget
were successful.
geographical border.
The
Look,
only way
once
we
again,
ever listen,
well, we're
you know
going
the
back.
religion,
We're going back.
you know the
What I'm saying
religion.
is forward.
Yeah, go on.
Look, Ridley, I know for a fact you see what I'm saying. I'm not mentioning nothing about back. I'm saying whatever was back, I accept it. Somaliland made the state. Whether it was the 5 days before the Somali flag was raised or after, regardless. Somaliland waxay go'aansadeen, and I do not believe wholeheartedly aniga nafsadeyda, myself. I do not believe qofku rabin ma heli kartid. You get it? So instead of holding on to someone I don't want you, well, I don't want it. I'd rather you be my dearest than be my enemy, bro. My enemy, I know you get it.
Yeah, but
So
you know,
I
other
accept.
certain countries, yeah, they have guilt conscience when they get independence and all of that.
Yeah, but bro,
I
this
don't think
rhetoric.
Somaliland will look back.
This the rhetoric I'm trying to change in the south.
I respect
The
that.
people in the south need to accept Somaliland walaalaheen waaye isku diin, isku dhaqan, isku wax walba nahay, laakiin dowladooda haystaan. Annagana dowladeena haysanaa. Inshallah, listen to what I'm saying. I've been saying this from the beginning. Inshallah, we'll get to the point where we have politicians. If they want to reunite, they will unite. If they don't, and they want to establish trade routes and coalitions, then inshallah. But on a happy sense, and to this day that we're arguing about the North is the North and the South, and we're together, it will not get to that. We have to pass this milestone. We have to accept North. Okay, waka, walalehena. Do you understand? You are brothers. Do you understand? Independence and the North goes the same with the South. And we established that we're two autonomous countries, but we are walala. We establish whatever, and then later on, inshallah, we have brothers.
I wish you
This
the
is my
best for
hope.
Somalia as well, man.
No, this is my hope. This is my hope. But the reality is, we have to. The reality is, we still have to accept the North is the North, the South is the South, and we have opposing problems. You don't have
You guys understand each other then?
No. Your problem, not even understanding. Europe's problem is predominantly and disputed territories. Our problem is predominantly tribalism and al-Shabaab. We have two different problems, bro. You know, inshallah, wallahi, ilahi barakay wa alayhi natin. Khair ibrakan irajay. But you know, do we have problems and hasku iman in labo walal or tashade. This is my dream. And wallahi, I've been saying it from the beginning. I haven't changed what I was saying from the beginning. What is in the wrong with what I'm saying?
What you just said there, I understand, but I respect that.
I've been saying it from the beginning, bro. Because up to this rhetoric that we're saying right now, whatever is not progressive Somalia. We tried it for 30 years. خلاص then.
Bro, I think the only future for the whole all Somali for the whole Somali state to unite, I think would have to be 50% in the military. I mean, no, 70% of the military, 50% of the economy, and 50% of the political power will all have to be stationed in the northern part of the country. I think, just for safety and for
Ridley, Ridley.
reassurance that
Hey,
even if things fall again, if things fall
hey,
apart again, we will not be
hey,
afraid of something
inshallah,
that happened
inshallah,
previous.
inshallah. And
You
that's
know what I
right.
mean?
But can I
But
ask a
even then,
question?
even
Ridley, can I ask a
then, the
question?
worst part. Let me just finish, man. Let me just finish. Even the worst part is I don't want to sound like an asshole, but it's been proven those that govern the southern regions are incapable of maintaining a stable, safe,
Okay, no problem,
decent
no problem,
society.
no problem, no problem.
It's
Can I
quite.
ask a
To be
question?
honest,
You're
listen,
going
let me
negative
just.
again.
It's quite
You came
embarrassing.
up with a
Because no, let me ask
plausible.
you this. Let
You
me
came
just
up with
finish
a
this, brother.
plausible
Come on,
solution, and you went.
Yeah, go on, let's listen to each other.
let me just say this. Let me just say this. It's quite embarrassing that Somalia has no sovereignty. It's literally a neo-colonial colony. Literally, you have Adans that can do whatever they want. Ethiopia can do whatever they want. Kenya can do. These countries are shit too. They're ass. They're just as poor as us, but yet they are our soldiers defending us. How are you defending my people? How are you defending Somalia? The Somalis can defend themselves. They're more than capable of. But this is just an embarrassing, and this renders you useless. But it shows that some people don't even care, or don't even know because they're so low IQ that they don't realize this is embarrassing.
But how do you get that to them and make them
Wait, wait,
understand
wait,
that?
wait, wait, wait,
No,
wait,
but
wait, wait,
you
wait,
have
wait,
to.
wait, 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 wait.
Come on, man. G, we're talking for a minute, fam.
How can you raise that? 1 second. How can you raise that awareness to the people, though? So young people can stop killing each other and bombing each other.
Well, lie.
Thank
To
you.
make
Go
it
on.
fast.
Thank you,
To make
Hato.
it
Thank
fast.
you, Hato. Asking for a solution. You know, come with it.
Exactly. To make it fast, you'd have to use propaganda tools to manipulate the people and to use it. You have to have to make progress politically and for the nation. You have to use a scapegoat. You have to use maybe
No,
a group of
no,
people that
no.
are anti-Somali that are making them docile and weak. You know what I'm trying to say? Because that's the only way to move forward. Because Somalia has enemies. The key is you have to realize who these enemies are and you have to go attack them.
But obviously the war with Somalia is within, innit? So that's the issue.
The war with Somalia in itself
Yeah.
is because it's certain. It can easily be ended.
1 second, yeah, go on.
It can easily be ended. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Hato, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go on.
Ilmader. لابد وانا متصدر. There's two
Power.
opposing arguments.
Speakers.
There's three of us on this panel. There's three of us on this panel right now. Only three of us. There's two opposing arguments. Wallah, I think a new way now Somalia. Whatever your opinion is, Wakadana. Because that's what's needed in Somalia. The most varied opinions in the world. Yeah.
Let's give
Now watch this. Watch it. I'm gonna ask you right now. You heard two opposing arguments. What sounds realistic to you?
I ain't gonna lie to you, cuz this geezer here.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of things that he was saying, I really understood, cuz. Wallahi. I'm not gonna lie to you, mate.
What do you not understand?
Because what he's talking is facts, innit? You know what I'm saying to you, bro?
No. It's scenarios, bro. It's scenarios.
Sorry.
Somali.
Are you asking me about what you just said, or his conversation in
No,
general?
comparing.
He said a lot of points.
Because he said the only way right now I can get really.
He said a lot of points. He said a
lot
lot of points.
No. We say
that I personally agree with.
No, we say.
And there's a lot of things that you said that I personally agree with.
Okay, well,
certain things that you said. You have to balance it.
We say yeah. I was on mute, and wallahi, thank you, Walal, for putting myself on mute. Jazakallah khair. He basically, he said the Somali going forward in the future, the only way is splitting the power, and on top of that, having a foreign entity as a threat, so Somalis could mobilize against and unify. You get it? And I'll pause from now, put on mute. I don't know how really صح.
Still don't understand his point, bro. Sorry, cuz, man. Hey, really, what did you say? I'm baffed.
We'll both talk about the hormones of Somalia. He said his opinion. You get it?
What's his opinion? Let me say his opinion.
No, I was talking about it, and I paused myself so he could correct me, but I don't think you heard me.
Yeah.
Wait for him to come back in before I say it again. If I wanted to correct me, maybe I got it in the wrong way. You get it?
Wait, what is Somalia to split it up? Did you say?
No. He's saying the only way Somalia could be unified. The first point I remember, the first major point anyway, was the power and the army and the wealth to be split between the north and the south, equally 50-50. And then on top of that, the only way Somalia will unify if we have a foreign threat or a foreign entity to mobilize against and unify against. Yeah, that's the two. I can find me. I might
Unify
be
us.
yeah, against. Yeah. So look, I might be wrong. I've said it a second time, and I hope my brother really knows. Yeah.
I didn't understand that one.
Yeah, hold
I
on.
didn't get that one.
Let me just come through with it quick.
Break it down, though. Go on.
No. One of the greatest problems is that certain parts of Somalia isn't controllable. It's a failed region and it's governed by foreign entities. So for Somaliland right now, separatism is actually being independent is actually a good thing. It's better now because there's no need to unite with people that can't fix their own issue. You know what I mean? If you're part of a team and certain of your teammates are not playing by par and you guys are losing, why not just, by the free agency, find another team and be successful? That's exactly the situation that's going on. If you guys want the Somalilanders to unite, they'd have to control certain aspects of the future.
Ridley, hold on there. Nothing you said right now says anything about what I said right now. I said the South haven't got the politics to even have the conversation. I don't want this to happen right now. I'm saying inshallah, and the North deal with the North. And I'm not talking about right now being unified. I don't believe right now we in any capacity, what shape or form, to be any conversation to be held about unification. I don't believe in it. So what? No. So you agree with me then? So this is what I'm trying to get at. Wallah, I'm saying inshallah not a certainty, bro. I'm hoping to Allah that we have the politicians that can have that conversation. But right now, I'm going to repeat what I said from the beginning. Right now, Somaliland is a country. Somalia is a country, and Somalia needs to focus on Somali issues. And not focus on...
You both agree with each other then?
I've been saying it from the beginning. I never said what he said was wrong.
What's going on here?
I'm right now.
G. Wallah, you made a lot. You sound like a smart guy. I think we had a conversation a few weeks ago about Palestine and everything. You sound like a really smart guy, mashallah. But I was going to say something. Look, it's not really about the politicians that decide these things. It's about Sha'ab of Somaliland. They need to say either we want to stay or we want. Same as Djibouti, but Djibouti was a bit controversial. They chose not to join. Don't you think we should have the same options for them?
Wallah, you're right.
Not, but you keep saying it's about the politicians.
Wallah, you're right. You're right. Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair. Jazakallah. Ilahi yo kuumad. You gave me the opportunity to correct myself. You get it? Understand? The Sha'ab, we do not have the Sha'ab or the politicians right now to even have that conversation.
But if you go...
I'll edit everything I said from the beginning. Today,
no problem.
As we speak, we do not have the Sha'ab or the politicians to have this conversation. Wallah,
yeah, but the thing, no, the Sha'ab are clear. Wallah, Sha'ab can north, they're clear. You understand? Well, clear. They want go anywhere. If you go to north, come on, wait. They already moved forward. They already moved.
I'm not talking about the north. I'm not from the north. Wallah, I'm not from the north.
بس فهمي لنا هاي بس I think it was a miss because I know all I say to somebody
I'm talking about Korea. You get it?
Yeah.
ولا لي نوف واحد يصير and I accept them and what I get I do you have to do إلهي وبركة. You get it? understand?
صح.
All I'm saying, we need to move from this conversation because the conversation has us stuck in a space that we cannot move from. Somaliland صدر صنع اسمها ملايين elections عسكر everything has to get understand?
صح.
أنا كدباتان هستو that can die. Let them do what they're doing. I can't بامولين anyway. I can't كوريس. I can't فهم اللي die. كان أكفر كلمة. understand? And inshallah, listen, I'll repeat again. Inshallah, حدود لنا غير الشو. فهمين. إلهي قال yeah.
آمين.
If not, then خلاص. If not, then نبغى ولا نسأل أنا هاي.
that's it. حمان مجيتو. هذا لك.
You just come in the conversation right now. Tell me right now. I've already said what I said from the beginning to now.
No, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything that you said. I didn't say.
warkayga ma bedelay. warkayga ma bedelay.
may waxba I didn't say
waxaan dhahay qalad miya. waxaan dhahay qalad miya.
may you corrected yourself. You said first the politicians have
No, why
can have this discussion. How was and then you corrected yourself. That's no problem. That's what I'm saying.
That's the truth. That's the reality.
I believe for the shit.
حل واحد dhacay ibri waxa dhacay doona ma ogno. حل واحد waa u jeedala waxba kaba qarno.
بريتول
we can't do nothing. maanta wax ka sameyn karnaa. maanta runtu waxa ma taqaanaa. qof ku rabin kuma dhigtid. ilaahay ma wiilkaaga ahaado. ilaahay ma xaaskaaga ahaado.
warun
dadkana ma rabaan. walaatimo ogol yihiin. Soomaalidu waxay ka hadlaan walaalaheena waay. So walaatimo ogol yihiin. walaatimadaas isku raacnade.
walaalnimada marabna hada wax kale
أنا كان واحد أطيب
صح
أي كان واحد إن شاء الله هذا واحد قد الشو يسمح معيان لا أنا قاعد شيء that's it
I know that's it
واحد قال ما راي
مية أي واحد
وكان Ridley he has an answer to what I said وكان واحد
Ridley maybe he's gone. I think he's not responsive. So.
No,
I didn't say. والله I didn't say not once. I said واحنا خلص. He said anything more.
I truly wholeheartedly speak English.
Are Mahmoud. Aru real Djibouti mana hayn aru maalintii dhawada ba xanaaqday. You send me that link. Send me that link.
No,
that video. That video.
I seen some videos. No, we forgot about Djibouti.
Nah, do you know what it was, yeah? It's not even that. I tried to do it, 2 years in a row in it, yeah? The first one, last year, was the Lawn Harrison's demonstration, right on the 27th, innit? Bang on the head, innit, yeah? This year one, I don't know, wallahi. You got Ali Alam Skari, you got I wanted to play that song, so if you got that song, yeah? Look, put the phone on a little.
I'll get it. I'll get a few other ones.
Inshallah. But for my Djibouti brothers and sisters next year, I do let enough to look and I will promise you back 27th of June.
صح انا بقصد مشانتنا.
مسكين لوبي. يا أخي ده. But do you think the Djiboutis do that serious thing? Because I was watching the first video I played for the first 5 minutes where they cancelled, they said, yeah, Francisco Nochogna. Do you think that was a smart play for them?
Wallahi, no one knew that time. No one knew where any direction was. But it's not them though. Francisco,
yeah.
Issues. There are little issues. Like in that car, Isa, they said, yeah, we want to join, no problem.
I know. The Somali there's a thing. Yeah, Mohammed Harbi, yeah.
The guy, I think he even died in it, but some suspicious way. So wait a minute, like so it's just one of those things, really.
That's true. What did Dusty Foot say? Djibouti's always been forgotten about.
Yeah, they keep one thing I like about them. They keep themselves still.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Mo Bola tried to put Djibouti as an enemy to Somalia. Are you for sure, man? Come on, man. See statements like that. See statements like this, yeah.
It's true. Djibouti has aligned with our enemies, and you know what I mean, to keep oppressive.
Like who?
Then you see when you say enemies, these powerful words. Some people don't.
I don't know about that word.
Okay.
Like enemy.
You see when words come out people's mouths. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When words come out people's mouths, when you say enemies. And you say this is very detrimental, Ridley. When you say Djibouti is our enemy. How do you know Djibouti is our enemy? Okay, wait, I want to hear this, guys. Why?
All the country, all the military stationed in Djibouti.
Yeah, but that's the foreign policy.
Airstrikes in Somalia from America.
How you gonna call your brother your enemy, bro? One time, bro. Up to what you time.
I didn't say that the enemy. I didn't say that, but that's what.
The thing is, Khalido. No, really, the thing is, Somali Makale politics and sha'ab. Politics, okay, they have a dictator. Everyone knows that. How do you go the whole country sha'ab kakora hatta enemy getting away?
What's Mahmoud's real name? Is it Dusty? Is that Dusty? Is that the Dusty for administration?
No, Mahmoud way, nigga.
No, this Mahmoud man. No, Dusty's in the chat.
Mahmoud, listen. When people you said right now between the sha'ab and
I see that kid Somali they're very quick to label something. They need to understand the difference between sha'ab and dawlad. Dawlad Dawlad Ghana. Somalia has the best Dawlad. Now, do we judge Somalia? Do we judge ourselves because of their Dawlad? No, we don't. So I don't think we should do it to anyone else.
Some of them probably
I know.
They've
You
been trying
see,
to get
for
rid of
me,
this guy for more than 20 years, bro.
up to Dusty, what I'm trying to get drill through your head. I'm sorry, not Dusty. Ridley, what I'm trying to drill through your head. You see, when guys like Mo Baller makes a statement like this, and when you say Djibouti's our enemy or this person's our enemy, do you know you're creating a mental barrier?
Like I said,
You're putting words. And it's kind of human. Maybe it's the truth. Maybe if you say Djibouti, you know, Dola. If you would have said Djibouti, Dola did that, it's a military base. I can. We'll call it family. But when you say Djibouti is our enemy, and words like that, like words have I don't know. Words have a lot of things to say, bro.
جبت كان never be عدو bro. جبت ولا
Don't say Dawlad
دولد اوكي cool. أعطي جبتيان ذاتك جبتيان ولا عليه ما عدو. They can never be عدو.
That's what I'm saying.
This is the same problem with the north and the south. ذاتك الشعب كان يدولد وانا في الصحراء. Okay. You might have a different دولد. You might not agree with the دولد, but the دولد is الشعب. Yeah.
And mind you, they've been trying to get rid of this guy for 20 plus years. So, can you really say that they're really aligned with the Dawlad? Let's be real. The only few ones.
Wow, right. He's
The
extreme.
ones who, the guy is the only ones who cool target. What that cool عكسيه. That's it. But the majority, no one likes this guy.
Nah, but the thing is, but you know, I think he's where Bridges trying to come from. The guy.
The guy might not be liked amongst his own people, but this guy has regular talk with the Somaliland delegates and the federal delegates. The guy, he keeps regular relations with the Somali people. You get it? He might be an authoritarian and a dictator. That's 20 years of rule says itself. You get it? But my man is pro-Somali. He might have the biggest army base in the world. But he does keep some of a cordial relation with Somali people.
Yeah.
Nah.
You know what I mean? All we gotta do is preach unity, man. You know what I mean? One family, one nation, one house, one language.
With you, the North and the South, you're going to war. We would have invaded fucking.
Which flag
we would have killed all the Daros. What do you want?
What do you want?
What do you want? Wait. What do you want?
Black color, white star?
What do you want? Wallahi, if the whole of Somali people prosper under that flag, I'll be happy. How about that?
Yo, fam, wallahi, Somalia just needs an authoritarian national.
Okay, no, you can't answer that. What do you want, bro? I told you
That's
what
what I
I'm
want.
happy.
I want like a G Jinping, you know? Like
No,
G Jinping.
You know what? I want every single Somali person.
I don't want communism.
I
just want that type of leader, like a real loyalist. He has his people's backs. You can't embarrass him. You know what I mean?
I want every single Somali person. You want Somalia to be like France. That's what you want. I want every single Somali person, whether they are from the minorities or from the bigger type, to have their say. That's it. Literally, that's it.
I want an authoritarian leader, fam. I want one man, and then after that, we switch to
Okay,
another
then
man.
what out? There's the rest of the panel. There's the rest of the panel believe that this guy he wants the country to be like China. I want the country to be more liberal and everyone to have their say. Not liberal as in
bro.
Wait. Let me fucking say what I'm saying, bro. I mean liberal as in political. I mean like leadership. Not as in law. I don't want gay rights. I don't want alcohol. I don't want any kind of mukhadara. You understand? But I want every single person. I want every.
Xi Jinping is a genius. He went to university, fam. He's an intelligent man. He's a modern leader.
Every single person to have their say, yeah. Because I believe that's what SLM wanted. That's what every single person wanted, bro. To have their right. And I believe everyone deserves their rights.
So you believe in democracy for Africa?
No. I don't believe in Western democracy. I don't. Listen to me carefully.
Democracy is Western. There's no other fashion.
No. What do you mean democracy is Western? Who told you democracy is Western?
It's from Greece.
No, your version of democracy is Western, bro. Who told you democracy is Western?
What kind of democracy you want?
Well, there was a democracy under Islamic rule. You say there was never ever democracy under Islamic rule.
I mean, I think.
You're stuttering. I beg you relax. I'm gonna talk to you, Mahmoud. This guy, bro, I saw the bro. I think you look take the subject, bro. This guy is stuttering. You don't know what he's talking about.
Lads, I'm coming back here.
That kills me.
Oh yeah.
No, I need to go. I need to go quickly somewhere. I'm gonna come back, guys. But والله الشيطان قصدنا راس
No problem.
المقلة. I'm come back. Hamudo, I beg you, hold up the
listen.
panel.
Hold on. Hey. Really, what's your name, brother? GE.
Yeah.
Hello. You know,
Yeah,
really, I think it's your first time speaking to him, innit? Really, what a gig,
No,
obviously.
I've been listening
He
to
has his way of
police. Wallahi,
delivering the
bila
message.
regular way. Something like regular. Wallahi, bila tala. You know, Ridley. I appreciate Ridley more than but a lot of people I speak to. You know why? One thing I appreciate Ridley is he hits. You know the hard facts and the issues hard. You get it?
صح.
But that's where he
No
stops.
holding back.
For me, that's where he stops. You get it?
Yeah.
Number
Be on the
one,
extreme side, yeah.
And another thing that I don't like about him, he attributes democracy to Western values, bro.
But it's most the democratic nations are Western though. It's just that's how it is.
No, that's what you
Western
believe, bro.
Name me a non-Western democracy that's successful and solid.
Yeah.
What do you mean, bro? What do you mean? Okay, let me give you an example right now. Was there a caliphate done by any kind of leadership or
Caliphates are
election
democracy?
or no elections? No, I'm not talking about the Ottomans or whatever or anything after that. You get it? I'm talking about the actual four that we believe in. They were done by Bay'ah. Vote by the people. It was done by Bay'ah.
Like a one-party state, it's easier for Somalis.
No,
it's a one ethnicity. That's all it needs. It needs a coalition government, and the people that are what's it called?
Okay, even what I said, don't stray away from what you said. I said right now we don't have the capacity, so let's accept that we're two countries focusing on each other's issues. And then later on, inshallah, listen, inshallah is not a certainty, it's up to Allah, you get it?
Man, democracy is a waste of time, fam. It's a
no,
waste
I'm
of
not
time.
saying democracy. I'm not saying the democracy. I'm not saying
Just
democracy.
keep the same, man. If it's not broken, don't fix it.
I'm not saying the democracy that you know in Ontario or Edmonton. I'm not talking about that, bro. It don't have to be that.
What kind of democracy are you talking about, bro?
That's what I'm saying. He said a caliphate. I'm like, what the hell?
No, just this, because even me, I want to know. He was in the middle of saying a point, I think.
Okay, look, that democracy can be adopted later on. This is what I'm trying to get to. Right now, we don't have the capacity. We don't have the capacity. We all have problems. Then later on, we might come to a democratic agreement, which is democracy. You get it? Where we, if inshallah, let's say, which I said again, is not a certainty, it's up to Allah. Inshallah, we can come to an agreement, a democratic agreement. We come together, which is democracy.
Yeah.
Baby steps. So tell me what I'm saying right now is wrong, bro.
Man,
in terms of democracy, or in terms of how we implement democracy in our society?
No, word for word, but there's not coinciding democracy and fairness of both regions and both rights of both people.
I don't think you said anything wrong. I think you've just given us your ideas, or or how we should approach it.
They're not wrong though, but if you're not wrong, then you should have a counter idea.
Hold on,
I don't think you said anything on here.
Let me ask you guys a question.
The counter idea is having a foreign entity to fight us against us to unify us.
But hold on, let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you a question. Someone in the comments said 4.5 is better. Do you think the 4.5 system was like a new type of democracy is good too? Or do you think that minority groups that are not Somali should get one man, one vote? So that means
I'm against Taliban and all this fucking 4.5 system against it.
It's bullshit. What do you saw?
No. You asked me for my opinion. Let me land. Yeah. Understand? What's the population of Somalia? I'll ask you that right now. What's the population of Somalia?
15 million. Roughly.
What's the population? What's the population of America?
200 something million. More than that, maybe even.
Well, last time I remember it was over 350 million.
350. Okay, yeah.
What did they have? They have one man, one vote, sir.
Yeah.
How does
can I ask you something, bro?
No. I'm asking you in theory. I'm not saying in certainty, but I'm asking you, wallahi, this is an honest question. Wallahi, I'm asking you that for you because, wallahi, believe it or not, Ridley, wallahi, I value your opinion, bro. So I'm asking his opinion. In theory, how would that not work in Somalia?
I didn't say it will not
Okay,
work.
can I?
I
I didn't
just
say.
said
Yeah, I didn't. Say, I also. Yeah.
I said
I think that should
non-Somali
be
group
abolished. I think
shouldn't
it should
have
be
the
a bad
right to
thing
choose
and all that
the
stuff.
future for
And
Somali.
all the
I
I've
didn't
been
say
the
it wouldn't
4.5.
work. It can definitely work.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, since we're talking about democracy, yeah, in Africa and any other non-Western
You
countries,
know,
yeah, you know,
wait,
There's no
finish.
democracy in
You don't know
Africa.
you don't know I don't do this shit. I
Africa
think really,
runs
you know,
better under
well, if I'm
authoritarian leaders.
sorry, what you know me, I'm talking to you like I talk to my brothers, yeah. I'm not talking to you like I'm on a podcast. Sometimes I say, Mama, I'm sorry,
maybe وعادي وعادي.
I'm new to this,
Brother,
you get it?
I
I'm
know,
new to this.
GE, you're normally
But
a
you as
calm
well,
guy, bro.
really,
What quick, don't worry.
really, you as well,
I
I'm
had combos
sorry,
with you.
yeah, I know this. So really, I'm
وعادي
sorry,
نيو.
والله how كان ولاك يا طالب بريء هذا لو حمينا واخذ دفاع بريء
No, no, really, already, man. Don't worry, really is a
no
gangster, man.
why, bro. You know what I rate about him? He has opinion, bro. I hate Somalis are on the fence, bro. And truth behind it, you know,
Too
the
much
ones that are on the
political
fence,
correctness. I don't like that.
the ones that are on the fence are the
Bro,
ones
man,
that are
you know
stop
me.
certain
I'm a
people.
fascist. I'm a nationalist, man. You know, I support my people and
I
their
believe,
and their political interests. What's good
I'm
for
more
them?
nationalist than
You
you,
know, like I feel like there's too much running around circle of democracy and voting. Man, fuck that bullshit, man. We all want the same thing. We all want the same thing. If you against it, it's easy. If you against the self-interest of the people, take a plane ticket and get the fuck out. Get out of here. Leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no time to argue. There's no time for, you know what I mean, for like you know what I mean, people that are trying to stray away, just conservative traditionalist views, you know, economic, you know what I mean, economic.
Anyone, do you know what Ridley reminds you of? Anyone that don't like Ridley, this is what Ridley reminds me of.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You? You, Lieutenant Weinberg? I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You weep for Santiago and you curse the Marines. You have that luxury. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know. That Santiago's death, while tragic, probably saved...
Yeah, about that, guys. You can't handle the truth. The guy gets the job done. Fascist. What did he say? Nationalist. You get me? I'm not tiptoeing around no one.
God, that's how you're supposed
You know,
to
in
do
terms,
when
you know,
when you have less
can I just
mercy,
make a point on democracy?
No, sorry. Let him finish. No, Muhammad, let him finish.
No, that's what I'm
Garbage.
saying, like, when you have less sympathy and mercy for your enemies, you'll start to thrive. There's no time to like be politically correct. You have to be intelligent, make every move strategic, be smart, know who to be in bed with, and know who to just shoot in the head. So when you can, the biggest enemy is not someone that doesn't look like you, but it's someone that looks like you and that goes against the self-interest of the OPO. Relax, GE, man. Damn, fam. Yeah, could go ahead, bro.
Oh, God.
Don't want to be extreme.
Extreme, man. It's not extreme, fam. We're on the bottom of the
Well, you have to, I lie, fam. You have to sacrifice certain things, shit people into places, bro. Sometimes, man. Sometimes, nah, fuck this, yeah.
The BLM Halimo liberals or the Salafists. There's no nationalists. There's no Somali first. It's like, why Somali first? Allah first. I'm a Muslim first. No. Black lives. I'm black first. Yeah, okay, cool. But as soon, inshallah, when Somali becomes the
Allah first.
the first people on the first flight will be people the Salafists and the BLM Halimo. What do you mean? What are you doing here? You wasn't part of the movement. Man, you was out here protesting with the other people. You was out here in the masjid talking with the Arab. Now you want to come back home? Nah, man, stay with you out, bro. You're not welcome here, man. Ain't no camel milk for you, buddy. We running out for you.
رقيدي وشك.
Jeez, man said ain't no camel milk for you, baby. You gotta love the Ritz. You Ridley, you gotta love the. You can't hate this guy, fam. Wallah. You're a peculiar guy, yeah, but I gotta give it to you.
Let me tell you something, Khalido. Really the opposite of Thomas Jefferson.
No.
Basically, he's extreme versus.
I really, at least really Somali.
Yeah, Thomas Jefferson killed me.
I really love it. We might not see eye to eye, but I see the benefits in you. Yeah. At least with you, I know Somali people love themselves.
Yeah.
You get it?
You gotta understand too, when a group is vulnerable and weak and lacks and doesn't have leaders in their community, doesn't have people that gatekeep, foreign ideologies start to seep in, and everyone gets to be manipulated and become puppets of certain ideology. That's why the community is even more divided with the youth,
Yeah,
because
facts,
there's
facts.
some that adopt liberalism and
Yeah,
leftism,
but facts.
and some
You're
that
right. You're right.
and
But a
some
lot
that
of things
adopt
I say,
Wahhabism
a
and
lot of things I
Salafism.
say,
You know,
a lot of things
there's
I say
rare
coincide with what you say.
nationalism is a dead concept. It only exists with the older generation of the people back home. It doesn't exist amongst the youth in the West. They're more loyal to
Facts. I
Gallows
agree with that.
and their ideology than they are to their own bloodline. You know
I
what I mean?
agree
And
with
you
that.
can see this. You can see this with the way how they act. They're more aggressive and more anti and more comfortable around their own to be negative, but more
I agree
fair
with that.
and more consciously aware of what they speak and more respectful of foreigners. And that's a trait of someone with low self-esteem and that's weak. You know what I
That's
mean?
the
They
truth.
don't,
That's
and
the
this is why I
truth.
don't care. You should be happy these people are gonna die out. You don't want these people to reproduce and have children. Their genes are weak. They're vulnerable. You know what I mean? They don't pass on resilience or strong willpower. You know what I mean?
But it's not.
Yeah,
It's not. It's not better. It's not better to wait out the time. It's not better to educate instead of waiting out the time.
It is, yeah.
facts. Look at the
You know, in
comments.
terms of yeah,
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, brother.
yeah, bro. You know, in terms of democracy we were talking about earlier, I wanted to say one point. Yeah, you see, democracy in Africa, bro. GE. He compared it to America and one man, one vote. These
What I'm
political
gonna say there,
systems, yeah.
I
Let me
use the
just finish.
Oxford.
واحد بقول شيء, yeah. You know, any kind of democracy, yeah. أنا كشعب كأفريقيا جوجا, they need to be ready mentally, bro, for that kind of change. These are things. These democracy didn't happen overnight. Not in 10 years, not in 100 years. It took years, hundreds of years for them to accept and understand how it works, and for the population to be mentally ready for some kind of, وحيابها. So I know us personally, I don't think it's going to work for Somalia or any African country. It's just too much corruption. It's not in our DNA for now, anyway. So maybe the new generations will maybe learn bit by bit, but I just think it's not going to work for us.
Well, you're right. You're right. Better lads. Salam
You know,
alaikum.
it's a way of thinking, bro.
Salam alaikum. I mean,
Alaikum assalam, brother.
yeah, Allah hold
I'm
it.
telling you.
Wallah, I'm new to this year. I'm not really adapted to this year. Allah hold it.
No, it's
Why
nothing,
is
bro,
it?
man. No, you expressed an opinion, bro. There's nothing to be sorry about, bro. You said it.
No,
Look, the slogan of the show is, man. Have your say the SS way, man. You know how it is, man. You gotta have your say, bro. That's it. From Hassan to Ever, I don't, سامحناكم على حمو. Somali speakers, yeah. There's no على حمو. It's just opinions. People get heated. What else can I say? It's nothing else, man. It's nothing but love, man.
عادي, man.
Yeah,
ما
yeah.
بحلي.
Yeah.
Oh, حبيبي next, bro.
I read the title,
حبيبي
bro.
next, bro.
Keep up what you're doing, bro.
Hi, man. Respect, fam.
Well, I'm serious. Well, it's that, bro. At least you're highlighting the problems, bro. A lot of niggas shy away from the problems. At least you do that thing, bro.
Yeah, facts, man. We know me. We want a bright future, fam. You know what I mean? I'm
No, of
trying to.
course,
I'm
bro.
trying to
But
retire my country.
me
I can't live with foreigners. I can't
there
be.
you go.
I'm trying to live with people that don't look like me.
You, in hindsight, we want the same thing. So, ilahi barakah, yeah.
Facts,
At
man.
least you
Facts.
highlight the problems, yeah. You know,
We long live the
everyone else,
republic.
you know, man. I stay with SS. Somali speaking Dave, bro. To the death of me.
Facts.
The best.
That's it.
No, we're out here, man. We out here, man. Big up my brother G, man. Big up my brother G.
Fuck.
Are we saying? I wanted to speak to you about something. Yeah, I wanted to get into that conversation. What are you saying? Like, what are you saying? Tough totalitarianism ruling. Do you think that's needed?
I
Or do you
mean,
think
like,
that's?
not
Do you think it's too
in a
tough on a
sense.
society?
No.
Do you think we're not ready for that?
In a sense where there has to be a specific loyalist and nationalist elite that are guarding the sovereignty and the self-interest of the Somali people. As far when it comes to laws, only laws that protects like Somali Nimo. Like one, you have to have laws like that mimic a bit, like let's say like foreigners can't come to your country and marry a local, rather than men and female. You know what I mean? Certain things that when it comes to economy, no one can come into your land and open up business. Like you have to be like you have to have laws like that resemble that of China, a little bit of Japan, and a little bit like Saudi Arabia in a sense. But you also have to have laws that are open to foreign investment and allow money to come into your country. That's what helped China's economy because they're open to foreign investment. They had manufacturing companies where large companies like Nike and Adidas use their cheap labor outsource their companies so then they can make they can make some stuff. You have to do stuff like that. But as far when it comes to politics, for 100%, fam. Because look at Africa, bro. They're prostitutes. They're up for sale. Foreign men could just walk into Ethiopia and do what they want. Like you don't want your country to be like Thailand and Philippines and stuff like that, where anybody could come. They have peace, but they have
Yeah,
no.
but do you think the whole of the horn's like that already though? Like what you're saying, like
No,
there's
really.
nothing
Eritrea
really
is not
similar.
like that. Eritrea, like North Korea, is still very bad, but all Eritrea needs is to change its economic policy. But at the same time, the West are bullies. If you don't follow them or have any trade deals with them, they're going to sanction you and ostracize you and try to destroy your economy. But that can't really. But then that doesn't mean anything can happen. You only won't have the Western powers backing you, but you can still do deals with other countries, i.e., China, Iran, Russia. The countries that are not really popular with the West. But at the same time, Somalia does need the fam because it's easy for us. We're just one people. You don't need democracy. What's the difference? What you want to have one group of Somalis that are pro BLM, pro LGBT, pro miscegenation, and one group that is like me? That's just too much. That's confrontation. That you're gonna have what's happening in America. A bunch of people that don't like each other and they keep fighting. You have to have one political identity. You don't see people protesting in China because 90% of the people are all
Yeah, because maybe people can't protest. If you get protests, you're going against the state.
Well, like Chinese
Huh?
people live a nice life. Go Google China, Abti. They live a
Yeah, but
nice
do you want to
life.
live under? Yeah, but do you want to live under totalitarian ruling? That's the
Fam, I don't
thing.
really care, fam. I'm the type of guy. If my government thought like me, I would be proud of them. I wouldn't care. Most Chinese people are proud of the government. You know what I mean? It's only the
They
people.
are.
Yeah.
Dusty was saying this the other day.
Right.
Dusty was telling, who was it? I think he was telling you guys, innit? I think, when Rad was doing the, oh my God, the victim cry card, didn't it, yeah? And he's saying Chinese people, they don't really care what people think about them. Don't tell this go on. Sorry, Rad, I know if he's listening, he's going to be like, fuck it, SS. I love you, my brother. You already know I got love for you, but Rad, you were doing that. So, what do you think? The boy Dust said, yo, fuck what the whole world saying, it's the Chinese gokale.
I mean, Dusty, I don't know. Dusty, he's a decent guy, but I feel like he's a little more. I don't know what his political views are. To be, I think he believes in Islamic Sharia. I don't know. I think the Deen is his moral compass to rule Somalia, which is very easy way out. It's not a strong way. You have to have a political ideology that can survive. Everyone's level of faith is different, but your level of nationalism, you have no choice because you have to love yourself and your people, and that's what the Indians are fighting for their life because it's not Christianity that's holding them together. It's their nationalism that's holding them together.
I wonder, do you know what it is? There used to be a bunch of Salafis that used to run up and down. I want to see what the Salafis are. The Salafis are quiet right now, innit?
You know, he said, your level of faith is not the same, but your level of nationalism, that should be argued, it should be debatable. Simple.
Yeah, no, because at the end of the day, nationalism, you see a lot of Muslims who say nationalism is haram. That's a person that already he can.
I don't think so.
An Arab sheikh can dictate what to do. If an Arab sheikh can manipulate him to do stupid things to turn him to a Islamic extremist easily, because when he says that, nationalism is a human innate nature. Everyone has it. Even the Saudis have it. You know what I mean? The Kurdish people have
Everyone has it.
Bangladesh and Pakistan were one country. They're both majority Muslim countries. Both have minority of Hindu population in the country. But yet, Bangladesh wanted independence. Why? Are they all Muslim? Is it Muslim? But because they're nationalists, they're Bengalis first. They speak Bengali. They're from West. They're from the eastern part of India. You know what I'm trying to say? So, but people don't understand it. That's why Somalis are weak, because the older generation fail to explain this to their children most of the time. They don't educate them on their culture and their national. They don't make them proud of their heritage. So then they easily get manipulated by certain groups. You know what I mean? It's not normal for you to embrace another culture's music, another culture's custom clothing, and act like them, and then say, "Oh, I'm proud Somali," but you're not. I can tell you're not. You're just using it because the way how you look or the way how people make you feel. You know what I'm trying to say? At the end of the day,
man, but now with me, do you know what it is? I wouldn't mind like a halal like with me Sharia or halala. I'm not gonna lie, one of them guys. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I wouldn't be in favor of it. I'll be honest with you.
Guys, I'm Mohammed. No, come on, man. We're Muslim at the end of the day.
We are
My
Muslim.
country, the Somaliland's democratic. What's it called? The constitution, I swear, is due to the Sharia.
I think دينته وانا اقول رقم خاص بين تاس لكن Sharia I don't think there's any country that will use it because it just wouldn't work on humans.
Exactly.
It's too strict. Yeah,
It's
not
too
in a bad
strict.
way. It's too strict, but the thing is, you always have people rebelling it. So I think it should be, a bit more balanced, if you ask me.
Yeah, but historically though, I don't know the history that much about Sharia, but I don't think Somalis were governed by that at all throughout historically. I
I
don't
don't
think
think so as well. Yeah, it wouldn't work
exactly.
for
So
us.
it doesn't matter. It depends. It works well for the Saudis, the Saudis. It works well for the Gulf Arabs for sure. But Lebanese are Arabs, but they don't use Sharia. Moroccans don't use it. Like it's clear that a lot of Muslims don't really use it like that. Meaning there's certain aspects that are a little too extreme in modern
Yeah,
day.
balance it.
It's very bad, but also at the same time too, it's like this one ummah
Yeah.
is not a real.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah,
a
yeah,
real
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Do you know what is what about what Ahmed's on? I'm kind of feeling this. Boom.
I mean, but what kind like what was that?
They're up to you. I know. Listen to this. Dintan Garana, innit? We don't. For me, what I don't subscribe to, yeah. Because you know what I found funny? You know that whole when the ED do it, a day healer arcane it, yeah? Is it by law or is it by dini? We have to follow their thing. I don't day on an Eid day. And we're allowed to celebrate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Like
think
all
it's
that dictatorship.
mandatory.
all of that
And for
stuff.
me, look, in the Mahena, I'm not too sure about it. This is why I'm not very knowledgeable, brothers. Any brother, sister that knows more than me, please come and educate us. No, but I'm on this up to Deen to one Garana. We could do our own way in it. We don't need no one Sharia. We have the Sunnah. We
Exactly.
have everything with our Dakan,
Exactly.
with our Dakan
Sah.
intertwined in it. You can't go wrong, fam.
Sah.
Yeah, yeah,
Sah.
but exactly. But that's the thing, though. To be a successful country, also you have to understand. You have to separate the masjid from the state. You know, the state has to be governed with a political ideology and the self interest of the people. You know, because the most successful Muslim countries don't follow the one ummah. That's the truth of the matter. You know what I mean? Saudi Arabia
Mm.
stays out of everyone's conflict at all. If that's the case, why is no one talking about Central Africans getting their fucking head cut off by Christian extremists in Central African Republic? You know what I mean? A lot of these things are happening because they're black. That's what no one cares. But when Arabs are getting killed by Christians, the whole world's crying, including our own kind, because they're losers. That's what they are. They're losers. They pick and choose who they want to struggle with. They're pathetic. They're cowards. You know what I mean? It's that's why a lot of people are weak. You have to be an asshole. If a human being is suffering and you're suffering too, you don't give a shit about that human being because you're suffering. You have to care about your own
Nah, but
suffering.
say alright, say alright. Nah, 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 nah. This is what I kind of go wrong with you. Say if you're both
No, I think that's
suffering,
the truth. That's the real life. Absolutely. Look, let me just finish and I'll let you cut.
go
Listen
on,
to this.
go on.
Let me just say this.
I read.
Humanism or humanity, like having humanity or being a humanist, is fucking bullshit. The strongest countries fend for themselves. You don't have enough resources to be merciful. You know, they can end world poverty now, but they don't because they don't care. What's the point? It's a waste of time. It's having if you want you being a good person is a personal thing. It's not a community thing. It has no benefit for what everyone does. No one cares.
Jeez! Say
Can't
all like you say, you being a good person, or don't know how that.
Yeah, it's only for you. Yes, it's only for you. It makes you feel happy. We live. This is a generation where people videotape themselves giving food to the homeless. Get the hell out of here, buddy. You're not a good guy. You want clout. We're not stupid. Protect your own people first. If I see you taking care of your own kind, then I'll believe you helping other people. But if you help other people while your own kind is burning
Yeah.
alive, you're losers. You know, people are doing fundraisers for galos or help this homeless man. But Somali kids, there's some kids in Africa who never wore shoes in their life, who never owned a pair of shoes in their life, who don't have running water or electricity, the basics of necessities of life. But yeah, we're complaining about a homeless man because he's a drug addict. Get the hell out of here. Go fix your life and go to the employment center.
She, you saying no mercy?
No
Alright, look,
mercy.
what do you think?
No,
What do you think?
especially
What
if you're a
AI
man.
just?
Especially
What
if
do you
you're a
think?
man.
What do you think AI just said? I don't believe in foreigners ruling countries of native people. What do you think
That will
about that?
never happen. What countries you talking about? That was the 4.5 thing. Yeah, that's true. Because at the end of the day, this is the issue even with a lot of the South as well. There are too many foreigners that are running around the country over there in that region. There has to be a clear disclaimer between an ethnic Somali and a non-Somali. You know what I mean? And this is because like I said, it's our weakness. When Somalia gets back inshallah to its strength, there will be no blurred lines. You will know you're a foreigner. You have the right to live in the country, but there's certain things we
Ah.
can't even rule for political party. You shouldn't be. There's no because we can't trust you for having the self interest of the people. You know, we can't because
Mm.
Somalis have a great way of ostracizing people, and you can see that with Omar Eno with his with his whole rhetoric at University of York at Toronto, talking about his experience as a Somali bank too. He held a lot of grudge, which was respectful, and that grudge can be very dangerous. You know what I mean? And a lot of Bantus feel like how you feel. Imagine them getting political power and what could happen. It's not a good look. And then this is why it's better off to just leave people in the positions that they're in. You know what I mean?
Aye, aye. That was a great speech, my son. That was a brilliant Satterbondsman and Kenner. But I don't know, man. There's,
I mean, it's up to you, Carlos. If you look at it like this, look at Somalilanders, right? Somaliland it holds this rhetoric very hard. They don't even they are so extreme that a Somali woman who has a child outside of the Somali ethnicity, not only is the kid never going to be acknowledged as part of the country, but the woman herself loses all citizenship. That's how it is. And I think it's a little harsh to take away the woman's citizenship. I'll target the kid, but at the end of the day, it's perfect because at the end of the day, it doesn't cup the population. You know, you can't.
What are you talking about, man? I don't know. I've never heard that, man.
It's part of the constitution. You can go Google it, man. It's not a lie. It's not me. That's what they did.
No. We're not the extreme enough for now.
I don't know. What happened this is that one, man. I'm so قف أبتيالو هي ومقالة دورتي bro. Wrong with you. أقول شيء كان سيتا أنا تاني نبي يقول ستة عمري دشة. Come on,
bro. That's not me. I don't care. That's what the country did. That's what I'm trying to say. These are laws that exist in Saudi Arabia too, and other countries as well. This is real law. It's called blood identity, blood citizenship. That's what it is.
I don't know what you mean. Say that again.
It's called blood citizenship. The UK has it too. You guys are not UK citizens that can get deported. You know, you guys are naturalized citizens, meaning if today you commit a terrorist act, they will ship you back to where you come from.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's true.
So they're more nicer. They give you citizenship. They make you live like you have the same rights as a British person. You just don't have the blood citizenship. Meaning you don't get it.
I'm cool with that though. I'm cool with that, man. I've always known that. Yeah, but I'm jiggy with that. You know me and England right now. I'm jiggy, man. I'm here. Yeah, one show I'm working very calm. I'm calm with that, bro. I don't want to be a citizen. That's what I was telling someone at work when they were telling me you're gonna support England and all of this. I was like, nah, not really. When the hell? You don't know what? Yeah. Ain't you an English citizen? Don't you live in London? I was like, don't you support? I'm like, bro, fam. Furthermore, Germany won Tiger. What do you know about that?
Adam people say that to you.
Yeah.
You know, you'd expect Adam people to say that to you, bro. You get foreigners saying that. That's to me. I just find it funny, man.
That's what I found funny though. قارب موضوع يقول يا. So the قارب man الله هذي. Did you see us? So بدني like over there Arsenal fan TV band on it. One costly. He's like, yes, we're winning. I'm like, bro, go on, like I don't know what's going on there, fam. It just looks weird. Yeah. Don't you think it looks weird? Do you blame multiculturalism? Do you blame multiculturalism for that?
I just been deluded, man. People obviously we're not gonna go away, and that's what some other we're talking about.
In America, no, but do you know what it is? In America and Canada, I could see that. I understand that. So it's one of the Australian in it, yeah. But what the I don't get that, man. Where's the guys? What's wrong with supporting a football team? No, nothing's wrong with supporting a football team, you know. But it's like
it's a choice, though, isn't it? It shouldn't be compulsory.
Nah, it's like, you know, some people like, yo, in Greece, like, I was like, no, not really. And, you know, come up in the workplace, innit? And it's like, what? It's like, fuck, you know, I work in construction, so you blare, let's let that. Fuck that, man. You get me? And then it's like, you can't ruin, I don't know, man.
It's a choice, isn't it? You want to support, you support them. You don't have.
A lot of you guys are assimilated, man. Today I'm in Toronto. I'm seeing a lot of German flags, French flags, and I'm seeing the passenger in the car, and the guy driving the car at the town. I'm like,
no, but do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Look at FA, man. It's coming home, big time. Get out here, man. It's coming home. What's coming home? Where is home? Home is not here, fam. I see myself as a marti, and if you don't know what marti means, it's guest. Abdi smashed it. She goes FA. She's a Somali EDF member.
Facts, you know. A lot of people.
Big up, big up. You know, I like the banter. I like the gossip. Hold the kaftan with no front. Today I felt like there was no kaftan. I feel like everyone was on tense edge. Or costly
What
Caribbean
what
name.
happened earlier? I was trying to listen to Khalid. You had an argument with Hassan Bur'a. Wadigi. And
Apparently,
then
dog.
I had to leave quickly. ما حد عيد.
He's starting a petition to strip my Somaliland citizenship away. I know he's listening right now. No, man. No, Hassan
No one
cheesed
can
off,
do
man.
anything, man.
Hassan's
Come on,
cheesed
man.
off. Hassan's cheesed off. No worries, man. Today I felt like there was no
Who was it?
kaftan. There was,
Hold on,
you
I have a
know,
question. The English flag though, doesn't it have the cross on it, like the Christian cross?
it's got the red cross.
Yeah, it
Like,
does.
was it the cross of David or
But
something?
George,
George or some shit. St.
George,
George.
St. George, innit? Yeah, St.
That's it.
George.
Some
Cross
bullshit.
of
I
St.
don't know what
George.
got in there, bro. You know, in history lessons, you know when they were chatting all that shit about, you know, Anglo-Saxons, you think I was paying attention? I did not give a shit. Because from dot day o'clock, dot can dot k maha, innit?
Imagine living in the land of
Yeah.
your colonizers. How does that feel though? Like psychologically, like for me, it's like I told you,
No, but I live in London, so it doesn't really bother me like that.
London, eh? London's
Go. Tuliyash, and then you
Yeah,
notice
to,
innit?
yeah, don't really, in London, don't really bother me, man.
It's
Yeah,
normally the small towns, innit?
yeah, but so what's the UK saying though? They're kicking out immigrants. Are they on this anti-immigration wave like Denmark?
Brexit,
Denmark
innit?
right now, they're
Brexit.
kicking out Muslims. They don't like Muslims. I heard they're making a law that if you circumcise your
Syrians,
kids, you
yeah.
go to jail.
Well, in Denmark?
Yeah, bro, Denmark is crazy.
No.
They're kicking out Syrians, yeah.
Bro,
No, do you know who I need to speak to? I need to speak to, you know, brother F. F, he's from Denmark, innit?
yeah. Because Denmark
Brother
right now,
Ferd Ahmed.
wallahi,
The bigger one.
kill me, wallahi, man. They be doing the most, but then
No, but do you think they got fed up with all of this, or do you think? All right, I want to ask a question, yeah. I want to ask a question.
Your country, he's gonna take over. You know, Muslims, they make their own exclusive societies. Somalis do not intermingle with Adans or non-Somalis. Never. The most is maybe Pakistanis because they go to the same masjid.
Yeah. No, do you know what I wanted to ask? I wanted to ask a question, yeah. بس قاعد يقول لي fam. I really had a
You guys
point.
have to understand that the working class Englishman feels like they are forgotten. They have every right to voice their opinion. Facts.
I'm saying, do you guys think, like, I was gonna say something, yeah? I wanted to say something. Do you think it's right for people like that, you know, what they got fed up?
Facts. Yeah.
Like with them, do you think they got
They have the right.
They have the right.
So do you think to preserve someone's culture and all of that?
No. The thing is with Denmark, they're more anti-Islamic than immigrants. They don't care about
Yeah.
Filipinos, Thais, Ethiopians because they're more Muslims are more aggressive. You know, they're more alpha type. You know, they don't conform and they don't assimilate. You know, because Islam is the deen that makes you proud of who you are. You know what I mean? It's not like Christianity and the other ones. It's too soft. It could be molded. Christianity's written in fucking 125 languages. You know what I mean? Like there's no real language. There's no system of governance behind it. You know what I mean?
Really?
The King James Bible, that's a joke. What the hell is that? A man made his own Bible. Like, what the fuck?
Really? I was gonna ask you, yeah. Do you know this guy called Jared Taylor?
No, who is he?
He's
Who's my man?
Adan guy, yeah, in America. He wants to preserve his wide European identity, and he said it's not wrong to want to do that. Anyone should have the right to do that.
Fact.
And
this is the question.
They start
This is the
labeling him as
question.
racist, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he killed them all. You know, he learned. Yeah. So continue.
Do
bro.
you think sorry, Mohammed, just to piggyback off your statement, yeah? Okay, forget is that Muwahas racist, but is it racist? Really?
I don't think so because we want the exact same thing, but because of their history and Wahai Samayan, we find that it's racist because they have the power and obviously the history to back our claim that they're racist.
No.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me tell you something quick. These wallahi,
Let me send you a link.
you'd rather a white supremacist voice his true feelings and his love for his people and his anti looks towards you than a down person playing liberal and behind closed doors he's trying to control you, manipulate you, and use you. Which one was the lesser two evils? You want that guy Jared Taylor or you want Obama or Biden? You know?
Yeah, we saying the racist. We saying the racist I know. Would you say the person that?
There's a saying. Everyone knows it. Better the devil you know than the devil you don't. Simple.
Thank you. You took the words out of my mouth.
That's why. Plus, for me, I can only speak for me. When I hear those type of white supremacists, you're only making me love myself. You know what I mean? No disrespect, but I'm not built like a bitch. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna be all liberal. You know, because you know when people like Gerald Taylor, they go out public to protest. Adams love to protest. The Proud Boys and stuff. They have a counter protest. They have a counter protest, like a bunch of liberals that come through and they're all white people, and this what poisons the POC because they're being. You can't have foreign people fight for you. You're a coward. You know, it's like when you go to school and you get bullied. Your brother can fight for you everything.
Khalido,
What happens when
I'm
your
gonna
brother
send you a
goes to
link
high
here,
school?
Tops.
You're left there.
This is
Yeah,
very
yeah.
interesting. It's about what we always talk about, like the last one. The first one obviously was the Wahan
Yeah, yeah.
Independence Key, but the last one, the one I've just sent now.
Alright, do you want to
Tops
play it
over.
out? Alright, let me try what? Shall I, come on? Shall I screen share it?
Click on it.
Yeah, I got it for
So we
everyone.
can hear it.
Yeah, yeah. So now mute up, guys. Let's watch this.
Hello, I'm Jared Taylor with American Renaissance. I'd like to talk to you today about name calling, about names like racist and white supremacist. But first, I'd like to tell you a story. There's a small liberal arts school called Bard College at Simon Rock. It's in the tiny Massachusetts town of Great Barrington. This college, generally known as Simon Rock, loves diversity. Every fall, it puts on what it calls Diversity Day. Classes are canceled, and all students attend seminars where they glorify diversity and they bemoan the terrible, unfair advantages white people have simply because they're white. Last fall, a 17-year-old freshman noticed something about Simon Rock. Just as they do on every other American campus, the blacks stick with the blacks, the Asians with the Asians, etc. And this freshman began to wonder what it is that's so wonderful about diversity after all. And he thought he might host his own Diversity Day seminar to explore this question. He ran off some flyers offering a reward to anyone who could list 5 benefits of diversity other than ethnic food and music. He thought he would discuss the best answers in his seminar. Well, bad mistake. You see, at Simon's Rock, as at all college campuses, you never ask what the benefits of diversity are. You simply believe in them without even having to know what they are. This unfortunate freshman asked a simple factual question. What are the benefits of diversity? Did he get a factual answer? No. He got online comments like this. Go punch him in the gut. Do we have a flagpole we can duct tape him to, preferably naked? And I just consider this fucker fresh meat. One of the people actually mentioned an advantage of diversity when he wrote, quote, drop him off in some housing project somewhere. I'd say kick his ass. Because you see, one of the great things about diversity is that it means there are neighborhoods conveniently located all around the country where you can dump a young white man and expect him to be beaten up, maybe even killed. And then, of course, there was the name calling. Our freshman was called a white supremacist, and there was a big push to have him expelled. It even looked like the school was going to do that until his parents threatened to sue. So the offender was allowed to stay, and the non-white students were furious. They issued a statement saying that by failing to expel this horrible person, the administration was, quote, essentially legitimizing white supremacist ideologies on this campus. Got that? Legitimizing white supremacist ideologies. Then they went on to boycott their own Diversity Day. They claimed that with all this white supremacist ideology poisoning the air, Diversity Day was just a consolation prize, and that every day should be Diversity Day. Well, that's campus life for you in our glorious era of, well, of diversity. But back to this question of white supremacy. I've been called a white supremacist. And I confess that I have gone a little further than this Simon's Rock freshman. I have actually said that diversity is bad for America because people of different races often don't get along with each other. And because if this diversity keeps up, it will make white people a minority, probably a hated minority, in the country that their ancestors built. But what does that have to do with white supremacy? Nothing. If you ask what's so great about diversity, or why whites should want to become a minority, or what's wrong with preferring the company and culture of whites, you don't get answers. You get screamed at. The words white supremacy are one long, repulsive, ugly scream. And the reason people call you that is because white supremacist is the most provocative, emotion-laden, dramatic insult liberals can think of. It's worse than wife beater, or maybe even murderer, which are merely regrettable lapses by comparison. The idea is to take Jim Crow, lynching, slavery, police dogs and fire hoses, and hang all of that around your neck. It's like saying, you may be questioning diversity, but what you really want to do is crack the whip over cowering darkies. You think I'm exaggerating? Well, one of the blacks at Simon's Rock said that our wicked freshman was, quote, he would have supported slavery. Ask a question about diversity and you support slavery. Now, I've been knocking around the undeceived end of the political spectrum for a long time, but I've never met a white supremacist. I've never even heard tell of one. I've never heard of anyone who wants to rule over people of other races or abuse them in any way. The people I know just want to be left alone. It's true that most people with any sense know that whites, on average, are smarter than blacks. But most people with any sense, including me, also think East Asians on average are smarter than whites. I just don't see how that makes me a white supremacist. So first of all, calling someone like me a white supremacist is as wrong as calling someone a Dukakis supporter. There is no such thing. But the idea, of course, is not to be rational or accurate or thoughtful or fair-minded or truthful. The idea is simply to splutter and shriek. It is the desperate and contemptible way that liberals avoid questions when they don't have answers. You know, it's a funny thing about liberals. An awful lot of them laugh at religion, especially Christianity. They think they are so superior to bumpkins who pray to God and go to church. They're above all that, you see. But they have a religion, all right. And they practice it with the same medieval ferocity of inquisitors who burned people at the stake and Muslims who beheaded apostates. What did those compassionate liberals at Simon's Rock want to do with a student who got out of line? Beat him, tie him to a flagpole naked, dump him in the projects, certainly expel him. Why? He doubted their religion. Those students are going to grow up to become just like the people who run this country. They don't debate. They don't reason. They just try to silence you and discredit you with wild name-calling. That is the behavior of people who don't think. It's the behavior of people who can't think. They simply believe what they have decided to believe. So remember this. If anyone is so baffled by your questions that he starts calling you names, it's the most graceless way of admitting he's lost the argument. And if he calls you a white supremacist, he could be ignorant or vicious, but most likely, he's both. Thanks very much.
Bro, that was a great video. One of my favorites I've seen in a
Dove, you do a great video. What the hell?
You see, you see your.
Listen, let me just say something. Look. Let me just really chill out. There's one bit here. There's one or two bits, but when he said whites are smarter, and then when he started going down that route, I was like, what the fuck's he on about?
bro, listen, just listen. You didn't listen to what he said
I
clearly.
did. I
He
listened
said,
to the bit. I'm
no,
playing it. I
no, I
listened to
didn't
every
listen.
word he's saying.
Okay, so
There's
listen.
a
He's basically advocating about his own people, his own kind, and he
Yeah.
uses scientific fact to back what his arguments into development of it. Like he said, when you start calling this, when you start calling him a white supremacist and this and that, you're just losing the art. Why would you not be like? Why would you not support your own kind? Supremacist ideas. If you think you're superior to other human beings, it's a different argument. But if you want you want your people to benefit yourself. You don't want people to mix. You want your people to keep it
Yeah, I'm
self-sufficient.
down with that. I'm down with that. Look, listen, look.
He said
But
it.
I'm not. But listen to this bit. The bit that I threw me off, that I disagree and I found a bit vulgar about that guy is when he started saying, "I believe that whites are smarter than blacks." I don't believe that. What the fuck's that all about, bro?
Well, first of all, you have to understand, though. You have to understand.
He said on average, though, innit?
I don't want to get into this. I don't want to get into this because, you know, I don't feel he was talking about me specifically. That's all I gotta say.
He said on average, I think.
But it's not that too. But it's because also the education, because East Asians were given the same amount, and even he knows the superiority. But even he does know also that he doesn't want to associate them. He doesn't want East Asia to. He doesn't want America to be East Asian, and he thinks that he knows that the superior culturally because East Asians don't have an LGBTQ or liberal movement like the whites do. He sees this. His own people are crushing and defeat. They're supporting. They're supporting miscegenation. They're supporting mixing. It's the Ilhan Omar effect. That's the issue that's happening. It's the Ilhan Omar effect. White supremacy, Zionism, but then who's she sleeping with? The nigga Amos. You know what I mean? That's how she is. She's a liar. You know what I mean? She's a piece of shit. This guy, he's good. I'd rather this man to be put on the news than to have Ilhan Omar and fucking Don Lemon. You know what I mean? Fuck these people, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that white people are powerful, man. If they weren't, if blacks are just as smart as whites, we wouldn't be in the situation that we are today. That's the realest thing that you can say. Simple as that. Don't argue and say, "Oh, we're not given the opportunities." There's even one black girl that was saying it today. She has a PhD. She was basically saying that black people, the reason why they're not successful in school is because they think differently than white kids and all this. She's basically excusing the reason why the blacks are not academically inclined. But then if I show you white students and black students, you will see the difference in how they react, especially in African Americans. One is boisterous, loud, doesn't respect authority. The other one listens, does his homework, comes in class on time. You know what I mean? Completely different type of tool.
But would you say that that's down? No, but this is where you're coming from. Would you say that's down to lack of parity more than someone's skin color, more than someone's skin color and ethnicity? That's down to the parenting and how you structure your parenting skills, not your skin color. That's what I refuse to believe in. I believe if you give any kid the right opportunity, the right nutrients, the right care, and everything, or
But let me ask you a
in this
question.
modern talk,
So what ideology has African people created? Like what have they what's it called, produced for the world to use? I'm not trying to go like this. I'm pro my people. You know me. I'm just being honest. This man is not. It's hard to argue with this man when you can see his people in the last 400 years create everything almost. Our society is controlled and run by white innovation. Simple as that. That's why they have the superior. The thing that frustrates them the most is the fact that their people are now becoming under the liberal umbrella and being manipulated and used and intermixing. This man is a smart man. He understands diversity is useless.
Did you,
If
you
that's the
know,
question, yeah, go ahead.
I saw a clip of him, another one, yeah, that he was going to get confronted by a Japanese news media outlet, yeah, and they went to his house to interview him why he's pro this and blah blah. Basically, they were gonna label him. This guy, brother, he spoke Japanese so fucking fluent. They're all shocked, and he was answering the questions in perfect Japanese. Now, and he said, if I was racist and ignorant, would I learn another language? It's also another argument to look at if you
oh,
think of it.
we say,
Yeah, because
we
he's
say,
from
shut
Japan.
man up.
He grew up in Japan. You know what I mean?
No, but listen,
He's a smart man. He went
listen.
to West Africa.
He's a
He
smart
did
man. I mean,
everything.
I give him
He
that.
went. He
He's
went
got,
across the
yeah.
world. That's the thing. Because that's the thing with people
He's not
like this,
ignorant.
man.
He knows.
He's not ignorant
And
at
then he
all.
said,
He sees the. He
and
sees
then
the,
he,
the proof in the pudding.
yeah,
He sees the reality.
and
The
he said,
problem about
and he also
liberalism.
said, yeah, about equality. You know, he said, yeah, do you believe a pygmy and an East Asian to have on average the same brain? If you do, then you're lying to me right now because you don't believe that.
Not at all.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Why? Say if they were both educated in the
On
same way.
average, Yeah, I know
on
what you're, I
average.
know what you're saying,
But
but
Khalid,
what do
you're
you think
looking
of what
at the
he said?
unrealistic nature. It's about the environmental factors. Pygmies
Yes,
The
lived
I
environment
agree.
that they
No,
created
no,
for
no,
they
no,
lived in
themselves.
no.
the
But
forest.
listen,
What
what?
are you gonna
No, but
do?
you're. I've,
Let me
no, but
finish,
listen. I
Khalid.
think you're missing my point. I think you're missing my crucial point. I'm saying
No,
yes,
man.
you did say environment. You do. I agree with you when you said. I'm saying if you give two kids, okay, from birth, the same opportunity, whether it's a picnic or this, you give them the same nutrients, you give them everything exactly the same. Who's gonna thrive? They both are.
I mean, I
One's
don't
just
know.
got a head start. I believe one's got just got a head start, and that's
Mm,
what it is.
I mean, not really, man. Not all men are equal. There's certain things men are superior.
That's I agree with
When
that.
it comes to intelligence capacity, one who's that? Okay, when
I
it comes to
don't know.
intelligent capacity,
Yeah.
only one group
Yeah.
of only certain group of people are superior. You can see what the way how the world works. The world works and is manipulated by the East Asians and the Europeans. They develop, they manufacture, and they dominate. And when it comes to the world innovation, you know what I mean? The innovation in the world, I mean. So
I
this,
don't
I believe,
disagree with that. I don't. This is what I'm saying. Head starts. They had a head start, and that's very
yeah,
nice. We're
absolutely.
touching, and I don't. And Rids, I haven't disagreed with you, but I'm just trying to. I can't fathom where one race is like for me. If both people have the same equal playing field, I don't know. I think people could be
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So, how did the Adnan become the man he is today? How did he dominate Africa? How did he sit down and think? Like, why did he do? A lot of times we don't like to answer the real question. Certain groups were lagged behind because of certain factors. The white man had a different type of level of curiosity that helped him. He had came from the same place like the rest of the world where he fought against Christianity. You know, when you go against the church, when he tried to say the world was round, they try to kill those philosophers and those scientists. You know, they went through this. But to a fault. To now today, now they have countries where a man can cut his penis off and say he's a woman. That's where they gone. You know, but at the same time, that's the reality of the situation. You know, but at the end of the day, I support this guy. I fuck with it. You know what I mean? I don't feel he's smarter than me, but white man has definitely is naturally more superior intellectually the most because of their history. You know, they had universities for 200 years. Some places don't even have some places don't even have
What do you mean?
universities.
There was the first couple of universities were in Africa, but what are you talking about?
Nah, man, stop. The most all the most 100 most powerful, like the highest levels of university, the 100 are non-Muslim countries. Like the top universities, the top 100 universities are non-Islamic countries. That's just a fact.
That's a fact. I'm not gonna disagree with that. But you said them. These men have university from 200 years. But I'm just trying to give you a fact. There was older universities. In
Yeah,
fact, some of the first universities date back to Africa. But I
yeah,
agree with you. There's something that the Nick Adanka did, and he's got a head start. A very massive head start.
yeah, facts. But the
And I
same,
don't believe in equality. And whoever doesn't believe that is deluded. I do agree with you. But where I'm coming from, my argument I'm contesting, wallah, this is the thing you're
because
not getting.
here's the thing with this man. If you research him, I was researching him. Because he believes in scientific racism. You know what I mean? I agree with him in the parts of like I believe in racial segregation as well. You know, it's
You don't surprise me, Ridley. You don't surprise me, brother. You see what you said? I believe in that. You don't really
no, let me
surprise
tell you,
me.
let me
Go
tell you
ahead,
something,
go ahead.
Ali. You're young. You're like me. You're kind of like you're a little older, but we're in the same type of like we're in the same type of like like generation with
Uh,
this. Because if you look at Somalis, they racially segregate themselves too. In some community, they might if they're poor, they're forced to live in certain environments. But if Somalis were middle class, they would racially segregate. And even then, they only talk to their own kind. If they could go to a shop and buy food and all this, they would do it too. It's socioeconomic that play a role. You know what I mean? They're
mhm.
naturally segregated people. They're the most segregated people in insular communities. You know what I mean? Same thing with other Pakistani community, Bengali. They're all like this too. This multicultural is fake. It's fake, Upti. You know what I mean? There's a reason why. There's a reason why the world is like this today. Back in the day, man, if you were mixed, bro, you would have the hardest time in your life, man. Like, it would be a bad day. This man, he doesn't fuck with diversity, none. I mean, I'm the same, fam. I'm the same. I have no choice. See, for him, he's white. He doesn't care. He leads the whole nation. He can do whatever he wants. You know what I mean? But he's race loyal. That's what makes him superior. Because not only he can do what he wants, but with me, I can't do that. I can't sacrifice it. That's why Chinese people, he respects Chinese people more because they don't fuck with foreigners. They don't breed foreigners. They don't do that. That's some galo thing. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
don't do that shit.
So you're saying, do you think multicultural? So, okay, I'm gonna ask you. Do you think multiculturalism is detrimental? Then do you think it's disastrous?
It's horribly disastrous. It destroys societies. You know what I mean? There's no one dominant culture. Everyone has their own culture. Everyone is mixed. There's no idea. It's a great way to destabilize society and to help control people. It makes like the whites hate it because now their country's being infiltrated. They get bullied by foreigners in their own homeland, technically. So it's not really a good look. But imagine today, Hargeisa looked like London. I know you wouldn't like it.
Ooh, ooh. I think certain aspects I would like. There is certain aspects, but there's certain aspects.
You like Turkish kebabs. That's what you like.
Come on, man. You know I'm from North London, man. That's what we eat out here, man. I'm a big Turkish food fan. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. There is, but then again, I think like economically, certain times when the people are mixed, and do you think society runs better? Like you know, some of these just say, who's mic? Sorry, is my mic fucked? Everyone's trying to tell me my mic's fucked.
No, your light is good.
No, bruv, I don't know what's going on. Can you guys hear me? I thought okay. I don't know. Let me just chill.
Khaled, let me ask you something, fam. I mean, look at Japan. One of the most technologically most advanced countries, smartest people, homogeneous. No mixing allowed. The same people, same thing with Korea, same thing with China. All the East Asian countries, Korea, China, Japan, are homogeneous. So this mixing bullshit is a facade. It's a complete facade. It's a lie, fam. You know what I mean? No one wants to support that bullshit. I don't know about you. What do you think, Mahmoud?
Well, the guy clearly said it. What are the 5 benefits? Any 5 benefits of other than food and music? I don't see any.
I know. He kind of fucking got me with that one. I was gonna be like, whoa. Actually, I was thinking in my head. I was thinking, okay, what about learning from different cultures, appreciating different cultures?
Whack.
Unless those cultures
what do you mean that's whack?
to something that you don't have.
Google that. I don't have to invite 100,000 people from community to learn that shit. You see, Japanese people have a dance hall culture, but they didn't invite Jamaicans to Japan. You know what I mean? Like, this is why it's dangerous, wallahi. If you let certain Somali people run the country with this multicultural, subhanallah, oh, wallahi, Radwan President 2035, man.
That's true.
Wallahi, I know Somalis will flip shit as soon as they see foreigners in their country. Like, they're non-Cushitic too. That's gonna be worse. They start seeing Chinese and Hungarians chilling, doing what they do, speaking their own language. You know what I mean? You know, wearing shorts.
Shit.
They'll flip shit. He said it's unrealistic not to mix. We'll go after Japanese. They haven't done it. You know, there's certain tribes who've never even mixed at all. It exists all the time. The indigenous people, some the groups of people in the Andaman Islands. You know what I mean? Like Koreans as well. Like if you talk about the one odd solution, I mean the one odd isolation, yeah, it can happen, but it's rare. Like it doesn't have only losers mix. Even when FA said that, you could tell she has no pride in who she is. You know what I mean?
Allah, don't diss the sister like that. She's very prideful.
Like if you
FA, well, she's always on the panel. Man. Come on, man. Big up FA. Well,
if you're a strong country and your people are already developed, you have your first world country. Okay, whatever. But even then, what does that mean? Why are you sharing resources with mixed kids? What happens next? So is my Somali full bred kid the same as your half breed? That's a feminine way of thinking. No, he's not. Your kid is a half caste. He gets half of everything. So if a one Somali kid gets a full plate of food, your kid gets half. The other half is gonna be whatever his dad is or whatever his mom is.
Hey, Riz, man, come on, man. What do you have to? How are you trying to starve a kid, man? What wrong with you, man? Bro, you know that. So what, man? My sister had a half a kid. You think I'm gonna starve her and then give my brother's kid more food, man? Come on, man. You stupid. No, come on, really, Lewin's critic, bro. Come on, Riz, man. You see, how you trying to starve children out here now, man?
Bro,
no, I don't know.
Politics.
What about the culture class, Khalid? Your sister, you said واحد اثنين أجنبي قبطها. No culture clash so far.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's gonna be a culture clash in it. Yeah, I don't know, but then again, no, I'm just saying. Look, at the end of the day, yeah, I can't starve a kid. I'll go on half or something. But I'll tell my missus. No, but I'll tell my sister. No, but I'll tell if I'm my sister, I'll tell her, yo, you gotta show your kid the what. That's his culture there, innit? and he only shares half of
Your
this.
sister married an Ajnabi?
I mean, I don't have sisters.
Oh, so just a hypothetical question.
Yeah, just hyper. Yeah, just hyper. Yeah, I don't have them. I just got
But let me ask
all
you
boys in
something.
my family,
Let
man.
me
I'm
ask you
only boys in
something.
my fam.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
well,
let me ask you a question, right? So,
yeah.
so what's more important, lineage or culture?
But I got cousins though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got
Let me ask
one
you
of my
a question.
cousins. Well, I grew up with Yasmin. I love her to bits, innit? So
Okay, let me ask you
yeah,
a question. Let me ask you a question. So there's two kids. One is a full-blooded kid.
yeah.
He's culturally not in tune to his culture, but he has the lineage. One kid, he's half, and then he's in tune to the culture, speaks the language, this and that. Who's more Somali? Like who technically in your eyes?
I say the one that speaks more Somali with the lingo. Just because you're
Okay.
full Somali, don't mean like Somali doesn't mean your optics. Your optics doesn't make you Somali, bro. I see some people with the opposite. Like, what's his name?
Ooh,
We know what's his name. Big Hope. What's his name?
I
You
know
know.
who
I
I'm
don't want to
voting
say. I don't want to say his name. You know
I
Nostrils.
know
You
who
know
I'm
who
voting
Nostrils is.
I know who I'm
We know.
voting for.
You know.
Go
You
on,
know
Nostrils.
Nostrils. You know who Nostrils is.
No, who's
Originally
that?
knows who Nostrils is. Big no.
Nah.
You know. We don't want to say his name out loud.
Oh,
So, yeah, it's an in private house joke, innit? Smile. A couple of men know about this. It was one of these ones. Yeah, we don't want to say his name, innit? Yeah, but yeah, who would you rather pick? Would you rather pick someone like Nostrils, innit? Yeah, or someone that's half and that's banging like you, that
No,
thinks like you, innit?
I'll pick because you know why? It's blood identity first, right? It's big.
No, but say if someone like him who was throw everything that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Khaled, because I'm a homogeneous people. You know, we're not heterogeneous. We don't do those kind of things. You know what I mean?
Sonko
So the thing is, at the end of the day, for me personally, I'm a gatekeeper. I can't have this group of people think they're confident enough to identify as me. You're disrespecting my bloodline. To say you're Somali, while I'm full Somali, that means you're equating that you think all it takes is half one person to make a Somali, which is false.
No, but you asked me a question. You asked me
No,
a question. Say if this half.
I don't know.
Say if this half. All right. Say if this half, yeah, is banging like the man them. And then we've got someone like Nostro. You know, I don't want to say his name. You know who we're talking about. Ridge. And you even started, you're like, fuck. Why did you use him as an example, Khalid? You know who I'm talking about.
No, I know, but I don't care. But like, it's not that serious because.
But say if that person's lied down and will stab everything that you believe in. Come on.
No, it doesn't matter, Khalid, because I'm too loyal. At the end of the day, that guy you're talking about is still my bloodline. We can still find a common lineage somewhere. That half breed, I can't find nothing with him. I'm not gonna acknowledge your father, your or your mother, whatever your mom. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna acknowledge it. Like, you know what I mean? Like a foreign seed doesn't make me. You know what I mean? You're not one of my people. We don't look the same. You know what I mean? We have no bloodline. How you gonna tell me my brother's this guy's my family's last name is Stevenson or Michelson? Like, get the hell out of here, bro. You're a half-breed. You're a product of the West. You're a product of colonialism and imperialism. Take away all of this stuff, none of this would exist. You would be only around our area. It doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Like I said, this is a new phenomenon, man. Diversity is a facade. You can't grow as a community. You can't grow as a community if you don't pass on the wealth. There's no such thing as a mixed family that's successful passing on lineage, because the kids start to mix, everyone starts to mix. Look at the family tree. It goes from Jamaica to Japan, back to Afghanistan, back to Egypt. What the fuck? Who are you? We don't know. Or I'm a human. Of course, trash. Yeah, like a lion says. You don't see lions mixing with hyenas. It don't work like that. Stick to who you are, fam. Bro,
They stick to you.
what makes someone Somali is their bloodline, it's their lineage, it's their parents, your mom and your dad. Simple as that. You know, you have to look like it too. Look at that. Look, we have blood citizenship. It goes through lineage. You know what I mean? That's what it is. That's strictly what it is. You can't be a half breed. Don't act stupid. Why is this even an argument to some of these people? I'm just asking. I was asking a question to you. That's all. But I don't believe this is the stupidity of the modern person. Go 50. Go back home and ask them. They'll lie. They'll laugh at you. But you know what I mean?
Jeez.
We're not gonna share. My country's not gonna be Trinidad and Tobago. You know what I mean? No way. We're not gonna have people that look like fucking you know, like who like, you know what I mean? People that look like Brad Pitt. They want people that look like fucking Lou Williams. Another people that look like P Diddy. Another person that looks like fucking Logic. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be like everyone's gonna look like one group.
Say miss me with that bullshit. You say miss me with that crap. And on that note, yeah, Rids. Wait. Where is it?